Am I streaming? I have absolutely no idea. This is so scary because I have absolutely no idea. How do I check that? Hello. Okay. So it is up. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hello. That delay is crazy. That delay is very long. Wow, that's a very long delay. Okay. Alright, well that's going to take some time to get used to. Let's look up something about Hasan. That's what this is all about. Hasan, what's he been up to lately? Nah, too long. That stuff's too long. Okay. See what this is.
Mike Rogers is the guy I'm running against for U.S. Senate. And I know you've had him on your show. Maybe he answers questions. I don't know if he does.
I've actually never had him on.
Only. But look, you haven't. So he's ducking your show, too, because he's ducking. Look, can we all agree? Like,
I haven't
Jesse,
invited
you and I
him
are
on.
going to have a debate, right? Can we all agree that Mike Rogers is a beta? Can we all agree with that?
I haven't even had him on.
Dude won't even come on your show because he's afraid of getting...
Oh, it's over. When you got the contentious host of Fox News laughing, it's fucking over.
Okay, because Mike Rogers isn't here to defend himself.
He thinks he's running against Hasan Piker. Well, maybe then he'll actually come on your show. Maybe I'm doing you a favor then. But the guy's a beta, doesn't like to answer questions.
All right. Well, the reason I started up this stream is because I want to eventually make a video on Hasan. I guess Hasan Piker. I used to watch Hasan. I don't watch Hasan anymore because I just don't. But a lot of people seem to hate Hasan. And anytime I mention Hasan whatsoever, anytime he gets mentioned at all, oh god damn it! I forgot to put sugar in this. Fuck. Be right back. Hey, wait! Stop! I'm here! This is a professional stream. There's 3 people here. Quick! Catch up! Stream, catch up! Hasan hate? How do I find... Yeah, the point is that people hate Hasan, and I'm trying to figure out why people hate Hasan. I'm open to it, but I don't get it so much. So that's what this stream's here for. I'm waiting for people to come in here and tell me why they hate Hasan, to link me things about why they hate Hasan so I can figure out why they hate Hasan. Let's see why Ethan hates Hasan.
Your failure to acknowledge the trauma of both groups is the reason why you are a radical fucking propagandist liar. Both trauma needs to be acknowledged by both groups. There's 2 things that need to be true for this.
Why would you upload a clip where your interlocutor accuses you of trying to clip farm and then clip farm it?
Is ever to be resolved peacefully.
You're right.
Palestinian self-determination and the Israelis' right to have secure borders.
Zionism
as long as you ignore that, there will always be war. Palestinians will always die, and you will continue to make money from it.
Well, that wasn't anything about Hasan, unfortunately. That was just an Ethan rant. Criticism not welcome. 40 minutes. 40 minutes. All right, let's see.
A terrible tragedy.
That's right, Alex. I'm just not at a very Chinese sound in my life.
No, not that one. During one of Hasan Piker's stream rants about how America is worse than the third world, which doesn't really narrow it down that much, his dog, Kaya, dared to briefly move outside of the frame. An unforgivable offense in Hasanistan. Quickly, he took action.
Just Just stop.
Or at least in the opinion of the public, he did. By shocking Kaya via an off-screen remote control, at least in the opinion of the public.
He absolutely did not. Come on, guys. I get you hate him. I get it's easy to imagine shit about people you hate, but he absolutely did not. That's completely ridiculous. Dogs yelp all the time. Have you ever had a dog?
Public, he did. By shocking Kaya via an off-screen remote control with her shock collar.
Guys, I see that there are people in here. Get in the chat and tell me why you hate Hasan, or why you like Hasan, or why you're neutral about Hasan. Tell me your feelings about him. Talk to me, please. I'm lonely.
I'll play the clip in its entirety so we can actually get the context of what's going on.
Jordan is convinced that Hasan is a liability for Dems, whether or not he is an anti-Semite. Yeah, I don't know. I sort of agree and I sort of don't. I feel like the Republican sort of media apparatus will turn anyone who is charismatic into a liability. They're just so good at sort of hounding and putting people on blast. But I don't know. I'm open to being convinced that he himself is the liability, rather than the way the Republicans target anyone who's successful.
I hate this country so much. You can be on a mountain in the middle of Norway and get better internet than Los Angeles, California. And this is just like a moment of anger. This is a moment of anger for like something that is just so routine, so silly, such a first world problem. But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence.
This is funny. Hasan Piker, criticism not welcome. This might as well just be called America, criticism not welcome. That's pretty funny, Turkey Tom. I don't know much about Turkey Tom. I think I've clicked on one of his videos before. Is he a good guy or is he a bad guy? Is he a goodie or a baddie? Let me know.
Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just go, just stop. Please just go, just stop. America, Kaya, please just go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby.
Interestingly,
I mean, yeah, it does look pretty suspicious. Maybe he did. I still don't think he did though. I think it would be pretty crazy that he shocked his dog in that moment and then went to so large effort to sort of cover that up instead of just being like, yeah, I have a buzz collar or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Would be weird still on stream.
enough, even Hasan's own chat immediately responds to this incident by telling Hasan to free Kaya and let her roam, and adding that he shouldn't be crashing out over his internet issues in the
Come on, man. They say free Kaya all the time because she sits on their bed all the time.
first place, as it could have stressed the dog out. Now, before I get into the meat and potatoes of what actually happened here, I think one really underrated aspect of this video is that him having internet issues somehow led to him talking about America's violence. If Kaya was reacting to what we think she was reacting to, I think he was contributing his 2 cents to the violence he was talking about. She is clearly wearing a collar, and Hasan clearly reaches out to something to his left and actually looks at his monitor where his video feedback allowed him to see Kaya's reaction, right before he allegedly gave her the Green Mile special. Then, perhaps, he realizes what he just did on stream and stares at her for a few
Okay, a lot of perhapses and a lot of maybes. Okay, I'm sorry if he did. I'm sure he's sorry if he did. If he did.
tens of millions of
Can we
views.
get into something a little bit more substantial, though?
Specific reactions from members of the community, I think it's important to present further information so that you're as informed as possible before coming to a conclusion. Although I'm sure for many of you that first clip is more than enough for you to make up your mind.
Stop.
On the same stream, but before the incident happened, this prelude took place.
Commemorative mug I got from England.
Yeah, I was about to say, the reason why I'm suspicious that I don't think that it was a shot collar is because Hasan always reaches off there. He always reaches over there. It's like where his zins are from memory, from 6-7 months ago whenever I was watching this. And dogs catch their like dew claws and things all the time, but whatever.
commemorative mug I got from England.
As we can see here, Kaya is
Yeah,
not
Alex, you
even
did reach
trying
for
to
something.
leave. She's just laying down. When, for reasons that I can't really understand, Hasan once again reaches to his left while staring intently at his monitor, and she instantly gets up and settles herself on the bed, and he resumes talking. It's also worth remembering that after reaching to this unknown object, he doesn't pull anything out. So it's not like he's picking up his drink or his sandwich. He reaches out and then comes back with nothing in his hands.
Oh my God.
Further analysis of this
This is a lot about the dog thing. Holy crap.
Trump was potentially going to use to.
And I'm not someone with explicit expert knowledge or authority on the subject, but from doing a little bit of cursory research,
Oh my God. Oh my God.
we'll see.
Kaya, play.
Is this whole video about the dog? Come on, man.
The whole caller.
But here's my thing, right?
Oh, I don't want to watch any more of it.
Again, the only problem here is even if Hasan is innocent, they're wrong. You can remove the prongs with just one hand.
Oh my God, the whole video is about the dog thing. Oh my God, holy shit. Okay. 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 Kaya has joint issues, yeah, maybe from the dog sitting in the same place. That would be more likely from the dog being very large. Is there something that isn't about the dog thing? The unfashionable Hasan Piker? Who was that guy? Why did we see a random dude? I don't know what you're talking about. June the King.
Hasan Piker is controversial.
Come on, guys. I see you in there. Goddamn comment. Goddamn, send me something to talk about. Or give me something to talk about.
Political beliefs that will not be the focus of this video.
Everyone hates Hasan Piker. I've seen more of June the King's videos. This voice is way more familiar. Is this, Is this that guy that I'm thinking of? You guys know the guy. Is that him?
Focus instead will be on him and his many inconsistencies that often go ignored. Hasan does this by deflecting criticism of him by attacking those who give the criticism. This is all exemplified by his conversation with creator Willie Mack, who brought forward this exact criticism.
You want to debate about a video you didn't even watch?
Why? Yeah. If you're not this passionate about the subject, then you're basically admitting that you're a bottom-feeding drama farmer.
To add to this, Hasan knows what he is doing in diminishing...
Come on, man. Come on. I want to take your video seriously, but when you have absolutely no context and your big first swing is Hasan being frustrated in a debate, okay. I want to take you guys seriously. I want to take you guys seriously, but it's tough.
The image of Willie Mack.
Alex sent treat for 5 joules. Thank you. I don't know what that means, but thank you. I'm glad I have a treat now.
It is a strategy he is aware of and hates.
To voluntarily and maliciously misunderstand my point so they can make YouTube videos and get ad revenue, because those clicks drive, that controversy and those clicks drive revenue in your direction and affinity from people who are looking for someone to be like, yeah, fuck this Hasan guy.
Hasan is obtuse, hypocritical, and angry, all aspects that reflect on his most intense followers. This attitude is particularly grievous when he does not understand why there is so much backlash in the things he does, like his interview of a Yemeni pirate.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick! Yes, that's fire. That's so fire. Oh my god. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do.
Hasan tries to defend this interview by stating that it was journalistic, yet it lacked critical questions.
Isn't the story that this guy isn't actually a pirate, isn't actually a Houthi, and he was just there taking like a photo up on something where like families were, like they brought it in as like a thing, you know, for people to take photos of and like have a joke about? Wasn't that the story? I'm open to being wrong on that, but I'm not seeing any sourcing.
Questions that would qualify it as such. There is a dense history of moments like these that will attempt to paint a picture of who Hasan Piker was and now is, and why he is blamed for the recent Twitch adpocalypse, and why he is the largest, most controversial streamer. But first, this video is sponsored by
Okay, you are not who I thought you were. I thought this was, that, I don't know what his freaking name is. There's like an Asian YouTuber who does gaming news, I think, and then he got into voice acting. It's not ProZD, different one. I thought it was him. It's not.
Born July 25th, 1991 in New
I saw the video, Django Fett. Django Fett. I saw the footage of Destiny drunk groping Hasan, and Hasan keeps pushing him away and telling him to stop. It was mad creepy. Explains a lot about Destiny. Groping Hasan? What?
Brunswick, New Jersey. Hasan...
Is that real? Can you link that or something? Is that... I know that there was clips of Destiny... I think there was clips of Destiny groping a woman at some point, like years and years ago when he was really drunk, but did he do it to Hasan?
Did not have a typical American upbringing because the majority of his developmental years...
I do kind of want to make a video on Destiny, Alex, but I don't know what I would say other than just this guy's an absolute freak. This guy's an absolute freak. Come after me, his fans, I guess.
Were spent in Turkey. This is because he has influential parents that resided in Turkey, but had the will to fly to America and give Hasan U.S. citizenship through being born on U.S. soil. Though he did develop in Turkey, Hasan describes himself as an Ameribu, slang that captures an interest with American culture in the more excessive senses. He describes himself as hedonistic, loving the material goods that can be tied to American culture and foods such as snacks that he took interest in. And to that, while Hasan's family was financially very well off, his life was not perfect. Hasan often describes himself as struggling to lose weight. Other points of conflict were with ideologies and their presentation to him when growing up in Turkey. Something he did not conflict with was the mandatory service, but his parents did.
In Turkey, there's still this concept called a pink slip, because everyone has to serve in the military. Every able-bodied male has to serve in the military, either after high school or after college. I thought it would be good. Like, I thought it'd be good for, you know, I'd be even more fit. And my dad was like, I'll disown you. He said, like...
It was in Professor Dave's video about Destiny. Oh my god. That's actually... I should be watching that instead. But I don't know how to retitle the stream. The second one or the first one? Dave went really hard in his Destiny last two video essays. Yeah, was the thing you were mentioning from the more recent one or the first one?
I didn't spend this much money on you to fucking go and like die in a mountaintop somewhere, you fucking idiot.
Hasan's parents guided a lot of his development, including his college. It was here that he went from living in Turkey to now living and attending college in Miami, where Hasan's parents wanted him to take up a traditional, well-paying profession.
Yeah, baby Hasan was pretty different looking than current Hasan.
Such as a lawyer or doctor.
Oh, I just, guys, I just put out a video yesterday about Matt Walsh. I guess I'll quickly clarify. No, I'm not defending the killing of one's children. Just in case anybody thought I was defending that. But also, some people in the comments were wondering why Matt Walsh is so incel-y, so weird, so gross the way he is. Just look up Matt Walsh before the beard. Look up Matt Walsh. Look up what he looked like before the Daily Wire, before money, before having like a stylist. That's why he's so angry about women. It's pretty transparent.
Doctor Hasan.
It's in the second one after the part he talks about Pangburn. What is the deal with Pangburn? I used to see Pangburn all the time as like an atheist kid, and I thought it was just like a debate hosting service or something. But now it seems to always be, yeah, stroking off Destiny. Why is he not the first thing that comes up?
Hey everyone, it's been a minute since I dropped
Oh, did I find it? Oh my god, I found it. Look at that skill. Come on, Django. Send me applause or something. I found it. I'm amazed. I thought I was going to be fumbling for the next hour.
He was rejected. So douchebag is. Oh, and politics aside, there's another reason why Destiny hates Hasan specifically. It's because he wants to fuck Hasan and he...
Content tab top left, switch to live tab to see your active broadcast hit. Are you talking about how to edit the... I'm too scared to do anything like that while I'm on stream. Too scared to veer off of videos.
He was rejected. Check out this clip from a few years ago. It's Destiny and Hasan back when they were more amicable, plus Andy Milanakis for some reason. Watch how Destiny just blatantly gropes Hasan over and over again in a way that would get him immediately canceled if Hasan were a woman.
Sorry.
I see that. I'm so sorry. Okay, go ahead. It's booby time, isn't it? Can it be? No. Okay.
It's so much worse because we know Destiny is bi. If we knew Destiny was straight, this would be just like, oh, it's just like a drunk guy being like an idiot. He doesn't get a chance to like socialize too much, but Destiny loves sucking dick. Oh my god.
You gotta recover your muscles.
I'm a serious food addict, dude.
I know, but like, your muscles have to rebuild. After you work out, you need protein.
Holy shit, how has this been hidden from me for so long? Is this the work of that of Destiny's buddy, the one that gets everything scrubbed off the internet, has the company? That's such a funny thing. That's such a funny company to be proud of.
You understand?
Oh, you have a straight alcohol list
I'm
too,
sure
right?
you do.
Yeah, did you want to see our Reddit list?
Why do you think you could just sign on to our internet? We're using it right now.
Oh my god. Stop. Stop! Stop! He's already dead.
Alright, sit down.
I wash my hands with soap. Does it smell like soap?
I don't want to smell it.
Your boobs aren't gonna grow if you don't. You need sugar than.
Oh my god. Oh my god, man. How is Hasan not constantly complaining about this? Not constantly pointing out that he was sexually assaulted by Destiny. What the hell? When was this?
Cascade? I'm so sorry. If I touch you too much, push my hand away, okay? I don't want to assault you. Okay.
No. Destiny. Guys at home who may not be socially aware, that is not... That's not consent. If I'm touching you too much physically, push me away. That's not how consent works. Oh, that's creepy. That's very creepy.
I'm gonna touch you when I'm drunk.
I know, dude. Alright, stop.
If I ever make you uncomfortable, just let me know.
Okay, stop.
Fine.
Yeah, okay. Acts like he's a sociopath, so when he's drunk, all of these emotions that he's hiding inside of him to make it seem like he's this cool, calm, and collected guy who doesn't care. Stop rubbing me, dude.
Hey guys.
1%.
Oh my god, this is why Destiny hates Hasan so much. This is why he hates him so much. Because he's in love with him. Oh my god, that's why Ethan hates him so much, because Eel is in love with him. This is crazy, Django. Why did you hide this from me for so long, Django? What the hell? You're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to share this sort of stuff with me. What the hell?
Just I fell on you for a second. I'm so sorry. Stop, dude. You're back around. Stop. We live in...
If this is your guy, and this is the guy that you spend all the time complaining about, and this is your guy, you got some problems.
International market.
I know.
Dude, this is beyond. I was ready to come in and be like, oh, Professor Dave loves to make big things out of nothing. Professor Dave can kind of be like a little bit of a dick sometimes, but this is criminal behavior. This is criminal behavior. Is it not? Is it not, guys? Is this not? Is this not criminal behavior? Is this not arrestable? Straight to jail. Straight to jail.
Okay, dude.
Well, China's like, they're gonna go.
Alright, dude, you don't have to like literally stand on top of me.
Oh my god, it's still going.
Okay, stop.
Fuck me, what a lecherous creep, right? He clearly has been reeling from this rejection ever since, given that he made actual death threats against Hasan just because Hasan pointed out that his son sounds like a neo-Nazi. That really justifies murdering someone, Steven? Really? This is not isolated either. Here's Hasan talking about all the doxing and other weird shit from Destiny.
It's perfectly
It's alright, Alex, I don't have to change the title. It's still about Hasan. It's just also about Destiny now.
Okay to ban this harassing doxer from your events. I've seen people posting the logs of him asking Dan to create a stalking app to harass Hasan during his IRLs. I wanted to include the context of what he was last talking about 2 to 3 hours before asking him to do that. How fucking base would it be if Hasan actually got... It was an honor fed posting. How fucking base would it be if Hasan actually got... Just a heads up, I'm going to be doing...
We need like a new word. We need like a new word for the type of thing that Destiny has. Because it is a cult, but it's not like... These digital cults function differently than in-person cults. Like Professor Zhang, Jordan Peterson, Ethan Klein. These people have cults. They just function very differently than in-person cults, and we need a new word for it. You guys can help me brainstorm that.
Some mass harassment campaigns on every single journalist who gives this guy, he's talking about me, free interviews from now on. Someone is going to die soon in this space, I'm pretty
Holy
sure.
shit.
I don't know who, but there is nowhere to go on. Literally anything. Every single person is a pedophile child molester. Every issue is about infinite genociding Palestinians. Every single person is so fake and virtue signaling. There's literally nowhere else to go at this point.
This is an absolute... This is a sick man having a meltdown. Oh, everybody always cares about genocide all the time.
I'm not sure
MLM.
who, but I think it will happen soon. Like, the tankies like Hasan can do all the sex
Cult of
testing and
personality. Django, MLM, yeah. MLM's a very specific thing, Alex. I guess some of them are probably multi-level marketing things. But yeah, it's definitely a cult of personality. I just want something a little punchier.
Again, it means lib left are all, oh no, I can't touch that. That's too dramatic, and I need to be self-critical of other libs. It's actually so far beyond fuck.
I mean, if like, let's be transparent as well. Like, if we were to say that these people have cults, we would also say that Hasan has a cult. It's just the outcomes of the cults are pretty different. Destiny's is much more activated.
Cucked. It's all
in my experience.
over. Waiting for the Civil War reset or something. I mean, this is a guy who writes school shooter manifestos on a daily basis, pretty much, about me and anyone around me. And then there are so many people who are just like oblivious. There's so many people who are oblivious. 7 years of defamation, mass harassment, direct cyber stalking. It's just insane. Most people don't know who he is, but the ones who do know who he is find him to be a despicable little rat, and that makes sense.
I guess this is like the main reason why I'm so suspicious of all the I'm open to it, but I'm very suspicious of all of the knee-jerk Hasan hate stuff, is because I do perceive a lot of it as coming from Destiny originally. If you trace all of these spirals back to their originating point, it gets tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter until you find Destiny. And turns out, until you find Destiny groping Hasan and being rejected, I didn't realize that was the actual point at the center of the spirals. Thank you, Django. Thank you. Honestly, that is so helpful. That is going to inform so many videos moving forward. And I never would have watched this without it, because I do like Professor Dave, but I also find him a little abrasive to listen to. I think that's fair, right? He's a bit abrasive.
I mean, here he is in Israel, surrounded by his fans in the Israeli occupying forces.
Really? Yeah. Wait, shit, we should find me and we can chat after. I'm curious. Yeah. Okay.
We chat?
I'll see you around. You're next. Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, no, he is actually legally stalking and harassing me. It has definitely gotten to that point. And not only that, but he's also openly admitted it on numerous...
Yeah, Alex, I feel like most of it's insecurity as well. There was someone... I've been meaning to... I should look... I should have looked it up before I started the stream, but there was someone in one of my comment threads who said that they were a leftist themselves, like a communist or something, but that they still thought that Hasan was bad. And they gave a couple of examples of videos to watch, but I can't remember off the top of my head what they were. I'm trying to... If he jumps back in, he can let me know. But that was a person who claimed to not be coming from the same point of view of like Asmongold and Destiny and those sorts of things. So if someone like that jumps in here, if someone hates Hasan for non-right-wing reactionary reasons, I'd love to hear about it. Because I don't want to if I make a video about him and I'm pro him, I will be forever associated as like a pro Hasan person, and I don't want to do that before I find out why people hate him. I guess that's why this stream's happening.
Numerous occasions, so I think there's sufficient evidence to do so. I mean, if I had literally done a
also, how's the audio balance? Whoever's watching, is the video and me comparable in sound? I don't know. I'm new to this. It's my first day.
Action of what Destiny has been saying about me, trying to identify where I'm at in real time, saying someone's got to do it, someone should kill this guy. Hasan has said enough that is worthy of killing him, and also openly admitting to harassment of this sort. And on top of that, it's been 7 years and he's not let up, and his freak ass audience are constantly trying to.
This is crazy. Asmongold and Destiny, like, aside from what you think about them politically, they've said the most heinous, bannable stuff endlessly, and neither of them get banned. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Intercept me in the real world at the direction of Destiny. It is stalking. It is organized harassment. It is organized stalking and organized harassment.
Thanks, Alex.
This is Hasan's shit to deal with. I'm just showing everyone how completely deranged Destiny is. This toxic behavior is encouraged in his fans as well. When Destiny got banned from Twitch for hateful conduct, including using racial slurs, his fans brigaded as usual and made a big stink over conduct, including using racial slurs. His fans brigaded as usual.
Who the hell is this?
And made a big stink over anti-Semitism on the platform because Hasan exists. This resulted in all kinds of controversy for Twitch and sponsors pulling spots. Continuing with what a heinous piece of shit Destiny is.
Django, these two videos are long and Dave does go heavy abrasive, but he provides a ton of solid evidence about Destiny and he's all for propaganda. Yeah. I might come back and watch these because I do genuinely hate Destiny. So it might be worth it. I think more of what I'm thinking of is his other videos on, I guess, just his videos on the anti-science stuff, I guess. He's good. It's just I can't hear. His videos are good. Yeah, you're right. He's good and he makes lots of good points and he has all the evidence and stuff. But yeah, it's just that abrasive thing. After like an hour, he starts to just sound like a dick.
Here's some more miscellaneous.
But that's just a taste thing. Some people love that. Some people love like a video just, being, kind of mean the whole time. I need some relief every now and then. I have ADHD. I need relief.
You have no, it's actually kind of scary, how close I was to getting people together to go down to his house to kill him and his family. Or it would have just been him and his father. Because I didn't know anything about it. Dude, that was some of the most fucked up shit in my entire life. I was so fucking close to doing it. But I was making so much money on Twitch I don't know if Nathan was involved in yet, but for whatever reason, I decided that the current life I had wasn't worth the risk of. Oh my god! I was so close.
This dude's tweaking. Can you tweak on Ritalin? Because that's probably the type of shit he's tweaking on.
This fucking address. I have fucking streets mapped out and fucking you have no fucking idea. That's when I first started getting an interest in owning a weapon. I got a permit to own a gun and everything.
I haven't been paying attention, so for anyone else who hasn't been paying attention, this is not about Hasan, just for context. I'm pretty sure this is about some kid who was trolling him on the internet or something. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, Destiny is talking about how he almost killed a kid and his father. The context is that some kid was engaging in cyber attacks that harmed his income at the time, and apparently the police wouldn't do anything, so his solution was to murder him and his dad. But don't worry, he didn't do it. Not because murder is bad, but because he didn't want to jeopardize his awesome life making so much money. What a great guy. And now for the meat of it. Remember that lawsuit I told you about last time but didn't go into many details? Destiny said, no way, he's lying. Pangburn said, oh my gosh, Dave could get sued for slandering Destiny. Nope, what I said was true, and here's a quick summary of that and more before diving into all the details.
Yeah, that anti-Professor Dave Pangburn video was ridiculous.
Destiny was caught sending non-consensually recorded pornographic material to a 17-year-old and receiving pornographic material from her as well. This qualifies as CSAM, or child sexual abuse material. He also shared that CSAM with his friends in a private Discord in order to find the minor he was soliciting. He tried repeatedly to fly her out to be with him, despite making no attempt to confirm she wasn't underage. Next, he was sexting the wife of a groiper, which is like those Nick Fuentes types, and it involved age play molestation fantasies focused on her own children. His ex-girlfriend saw the messages between.
Okay. Whoa. Maybe we'll come back to this another time, but this is about Hasan today. Who else hates Hasan? What comes up if I just search Hasan? That isn't Hasan. Well, a lot of Hasan. I guess that makes sense.
I actually disagree with
You're
Vinny.
about to be value taint. You're about to be value taint.
Fan of Hasan Piker these days. Nobody is doing more to motivate the Republican MAGA base to get out and vote than this character right here. And when I think of Hasan Piker, I'm not worried about him and dressing up as Mao or basically praising communism. And I want to know who's showing up at these events cheering for him. Who are the politicians that says, I need more votes? Get me Hasan Piker over here to come motivate my base. That's
The people who want to win, obviously, I guess.
who I got a problem with. I actually disagree with Vinny. I'm actually a huge fan of Hasan Piker these days. Nobody is doing more to motivate the Republican MAGA base.
Is this PPD? Is this guy PPD? I thought PPD was the other one. The one who says dollar. Judge Grinch says, I don't hate Hasan, I just don't love the guy. I wish there was a better voice on the left. Yeah, I don't love the guy either. I also find him... I find him a bit... the thing that annoys me the most about Hasan is a very small pet peeve, but it's true. It's like his whole like... It's the Valley Girl thing. Like his vocal fry, and he's trying to sound cool and masculine all the time, and always, you know, trying to be very handsome. That's the thing that actually grates me. That's not fair, but it is true. That's Adam PBD. Okay. That's Adam, last name Patrick Bet David. If I click on a Fox News thing... Oh, I love this lady.
It's time.
This lady is from where I'm from. Apparently.
For lefties losing it, and it seems...
Lefties losing it? No. Oh, no. Guys, oh, no. Oh, no.
Communist cretin Hasan Piker has found a crowd even more contemptible than him. Here he is being booed for saying America didn't deserve 9/11.
America does not deserve 9/11. That's my new thing now. He's been rehabbing his image, which is why...
And then Hasan and the hateful mob sang a song mocking Charlie Kirk, a man...
Lady, they're booing it. The reason they're booing it is because he's you know, he's just conceding to a point that he's been harassed about for like 10 years, that's all.
Who had many debates with Piker. Hasan knew him. By all accounts, they were civil and friendly to each other off the stage, and yet he does.
Yeah, Django, that's my opinion too. Hasan was just a popular left streamer, not the main character until the corporate media decided to make him the main character. My way out there, crazy theory, headcanon, is that Hasan looks, if you look just historically, Hasan looks like the kind of person who could actually, theoretically, potentially, one day, if he chose to, become a revolutionary, and could actually, theoretically, maybe if he wanted to, he doesn't, but if he did want to, could maybe actually inspire some change. And so the right-wing media circus is trying to corrupt him and bring him down and target him before anything like that can even come to fruition. Not that I think that he actually wants to do any of that. I do think he just wants to be a commentator. But I think there's some fears. That's my crazy little thoughts about it.
What's this?
Unafraid to die.
I also do think, though, however, in doing so, they are legitimizing him. In constantly, you know, targeting him all the time, they are legitimizing him as sort of like a counter to them.
Now let's check in with the awfuls. You know them, the affluent white female lefties.
I'm pretty sure the We Are Charlie Kirk thing came from the right, didn't it? And yeah, no, I'm sure you've never had any emotion. Oh no, you've never had any emotions. Oh no. All right. I can't find anything, guys. I can't find anything that makes me hate Hasan. I'm trying. Help me. There's 8 of you motherfuckers in here. Help me hate Hasan. Unless you don't hate Hasan, then I guess we're all just kind of in here doing something else. If none of you hate Hasan, let's talk about something else. I don't care. DTJ, I don't know how to pronounce your name, man. I think since being more in the mainstream spotlight, he has to focus on optics more, like losing the beard. Dude just wants to teach kids communism and pet his dog. That's the vibe I get. Yeah, like I said, I don't think that he wants to be a revolutionary, but I do think that rich men in power probably look at him as a potential future threat. They can't win on talking about the issues, so they're creating a one-man scapegoat, and it seems like such desperate grasping at straws. Yeah, you guys are sort of like... That's sort of what I feel. And the thing that I'm confused about is that anytime I mention Hasan in a video, I do get a bunch of comments of people who hate him. Like I said, there was that one guy who gave some sources, but I was too... it's my bad. I didn't follow them up. But 99% of the time, the people have like nothing that they can point to other than just like calling me an idiot for giving him any screen time, I guess, at all. As if I'm platforming him. The guy with 1,000 subscribers platforming the biggest dude on the internet. Oh, you're Dreets! Oh, I thought you might be, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I didn't want to assume. Thank you, Dreets. You're my favorite because you're my first. You popped my cherry. The supporter I had before you was a real life friend, so you're my first real supporter.
The principles of liberalism.
Clap for Dreets. Thank you, Dreets.
Hold true no matter what. I'm okay with also living in a country where some people believe in the welfare system and some people don't. Like, I was raised to understand that people have differences of opinion. We don't go shooting each other in the street about it, right? So none of that has changed for me. I believe in many of the policies surrounding legalization of drugs, of prostitution. You know, I'm a liberal. However, this notion...
But, I'm a liberal, but... It's almost like all liberals do that. It's almost like being a liberal is just sort of like a fence-sitting position.
That support for Israel is in conflict with the Democratic Party is fallacious and it's sinful.
She's like, you know,
Dreets, I didn't know you were a woman. I can't see your profile picture. It's tiny. I thought you were a guy. My bad.
We have differences in opinion and we don't go shooting each other about it unless you're an IDF soldier and there's a Palestinian teenager in your vicinity in a territory that you are illegally occupying and patrolling on also illegally.
If you're in my audience, yeah, I just basically assume you're a guy. It's like 90% guys.
At which point, shooting that Palestinian teenager is obviously perfectly fine, because that's what it means to be a defender of Israel. So what the fuck are you talking about? Of course it's contradictory. Jake Tapper book right above her head. Nice touch. Couldn't have set dressed that better.
It is egregious to treat one minority.
All right. I'm struggling to find anything that makes me hate Hasan. Let's just watch the thing that he gets brought up in every time he's anywhere. America.
And so here we are.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna watch this through the frame of somebody who loves America. Like, instead of just me, the guy I am in reality, who I used to love America just in terms of like the image of America that's in BioShock Infinite. No, that's ridiculous. No, yeah, there's a guy, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just going to watch this as an America lover. As a hoorah America lover.
And so here we are. I'm living up to what I said about conservatives and progressives. We're having a conversation. So you said America deserved 9/11. Did you mean that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's not the clip I thought it was. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Deserved is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that, in terms of keeping that in the limelight. See, like, it's
The classic one they
decades
throw
later.
you. America
11 days ago, still coming up.
deserved 9/11.
Yeah.
You've withdrawn that comment, I believe.
Yeah, I said it in 2019, and you know, if you listen to the full conversation, you very quickly understand what I'm talking about. I'm
You're talking about foreign policy blowback.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about Mao. I don't know anything about Mao. I know that's a shortcoming of mine, but I actually think this looks pretty cool, aside from the political statement of it.
Talking about foreign policy blowback.
But you could have phrased it better, because it sounds like you're saying people deserve to die.
Of course,
we don't believe it.
Again, in 2019, and then immediately I'm you know, all over Fox News and getting, you know, an unbelievable amount of death threats. I'm a big boy, I can handle it. It is what it is. But I you know, went on the Young Turks and famously was like, I should have phrased things better. I apologize for those who I've offended, and I most importantly apologize for giving an opportunity to the right to just like use this
So this
against
is a 7-year-old clip that you've already explained disowned. I have the
Yeah.
same issue. There are clips of me that I've had to talk about.
Yeah.
Jewish people calling Orthodox Jewish people inbreds.
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
one
yeah.
you and I texted back and forth many times. Because I was
Yeah.
like, why would you say this?
I have a policy of using pejorative.
Hasan double interview / chat was really good, to be fair. What are you talking about? Hasan double interview / chat was... The style of suit predated Mao. Millions and millions of Chinese wore it before Mao was in power. I think it looks really cool. I don't know why. I guess it's like the Hitler moustache. You can't use it anymore. If you guys in the chat know anything about Mao, can you tell me, was Mao like a really bad guy? Because the right-wing Republicans always sound Mao. They include him like in those lists of really bad guys. I thought that Mao's whole thing was accidents, whoopsies. Was trying to make the country better, and it went badly. But I could be mixing that up. But let's see if I can edit the name of this video, because I don't want to talk about Hasan endlessly. This has sort of reached a dead end. What should we call it? Shit, I should have planned something. Okay, I'm changing the name of the stream, but the picture is still of Hasan.
When describing any kind of like ethno-racial supremacist groups.
So you call a lot of people inbreds.
I have an entire compilation of it out there somewhere of
But
just
do you regret doing this content because you gave a weapon to people to say?
Well, that
clearly sounds
that one is
anti-Semitic.
yeah, no, I know, but that one is like super disingenuous, because like there's another one that they were like pig dog, where they're like pig dog is anti-Semitic. It wasn't even in the anti-Semitism glossary until they decided it was actually anti-Semitic. Did you know that?
I did not know.
Yeah, exactly. Most people don't even know that that's supposed to be an anti-Semitic term. It's not.
So you're just a guy who likes to call people out with
I mean,
incendiary rhetoric, and occasionally it happens to be people who are Jewish, and therefore
Yeah.
you're not targeting them because they're Jewish.
No, of course not. And everyone can see that, especially considering that
No, but you say everyone can see that. Just serious point. Everyone can't see that. We live in a clip world, right?
Everyone.
So good faith people who might like your politics
Yeah.
and like what you do, and then they go, "Oh man, but he said this is a clip. You're saying you're
Sorry, guys.
but that's anti-Semitic."
Well, I didn't say Orthodox Jews are
Overwhelmed
inbred.
by how to
talking about,
edit
like,
shit.
I'm talking specifically about settlers. I'm talking specifically about like people that are joining the Israeli military to go invade Lebanon. It's not
But
about
you
like.
wouldn't use that language now. Let me ask you that question.
I still definitely utilize the term inbred quite frequently when talking about religious and ethno-supremacist groups, but with the exception of anything that touches Israel, because I don't want people to just like keep weaponizing that against me.
And they
It's
are
really
weaponizing
annoying.
it, and it's not
but,
just
But it
Israel.
is a double standard, 100%.
100%. We know.
Because
I agree with you on double
I've called
standards.
Republicans inbred hicks my whole life. I call Nazis inbred. I call them pigs. All these different things. I've gotten banned for this. I said.
Yeah, the language censoring of Hasan, I thought has been a little bit silly as well. Or the language policing, tone policing, whatever. So now this chat is called Let's Talk About Politics or whatever, because I don't know what we're going to be doing. And it's still a picture of Hasan, because I couldn't figure out how to change that right at the moment. Okay. Let's catch up with the chat. That style of super. Yeah, okay. Watch the clip where Hasan finds out about. Huh? Docking? Dreets, the full video of the clip you're watching Hasan and... Oh, okay, yeah. Mission failed, guys. Alright, I'm at work. Good luck. Bye. You made it. Reed Jason. Hasan is only saying what we're all thinking. The US is a scam of a nation. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. You guys know the meme about how, like, people are always thinking about Rome or whatever. It's because America is Rome. You guys recreated Rome. That's why we're all thinking about it. It's because we're in an echo of it. What should we watch? Joe Rogan? Has Joe Rogan done anything funny recently? Who are any of these people? Protect our parks. Protect our parks. That what? Who? Who are these guys?
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
Yes, yes, boys. Cheers.
Hey.
Let's go.
What is that? A boiled soda?
Let's go.
Hold on, I need a drink.
What
are you doing?
All right, let's do this. Let's just hang out with Joe. I never watched the Joe Rogan. I used to listen to the Joe Rogan podcast when I was like, what? In my early 20s, probably. Not since then. Okay, Bree. That's easy. Thank you, Bree. Buy my supplements in my training course to make meme coins, bro. I've been playing. I won't stick on this for very long, but I've been playing Power World, guys. I've been really enjoying Power World. I've been surprised that I've been really enjoying Power World. And Power World has a currency in it called Dog Coins. Is that Dogecoin? Is that Dogecoin? Is that a play on Dogecoin?
Hold on.
Heavy
Bobby, Bree.
Why do you have water?
Because I didn't know we were about to start.
We're rolling. Yeah, you got beers in there?
Changed.
I got you.
I'm
ready.
Let me start with a beer and get moving here. I just got off a flight. Thank you. Bodega Cat. Available now. Hey, gracias. What is that?
What's this?
Root
This
beer?
is no, a Voodoo Ranger IPA.
Oh my god.
Can you give me that ice cube? That glass?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I don't know who that guy is. I know who the big beard guy is.
Not into IPAs?
No.
If you're having one
thick.
or two IPAs.
I used to be, and then I gained like 45 pounds
Yeah.
in like a month.
It's a milkshake.
It was
It's a
crazy.
milkshake, yeah.
I was drinking them like Bud Lights. I'd get
No,
done
this
with the
one's
show, I'd
nice.
have fucking 10 IPAs.
This one's nice.
They taste great, but
like
they're heavy as shit.
Well, Guinness is the heaviest, right?
I love a
You
good
can only
Guinness.
have
All right,
two of
guys.
Surprising. That's crazy. I would have never guessed.
Yeah. No, they rule. Second only to Bud Light.
I would have thought it was like super.
Excuse me, guys. I'm making a thumbnail.
I would have thought all the super creaminess and everything.
trying
That it
to.
has to be like heavy in I know. calories.
No. It's
surprising.
all
So-
vitamins.
So a Budweiser versus a Guinness.
Bud's way fatter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's all wheat.
Crazy.
Hops.
Crazy.
Hey guys, let's leave the Anheuser-Busch family out of this.
Oh, sorry.
We've been through enough.
It's a fine product.
We've been through enough, boys.
They've been through it.
These guys are hilarious, bro. Hilarious, bro.
Mulvaney, we miss you.
So a Miller versus a.
Yeah. Fucking Miller. Ugh.
Isn't it crazy this works? It actually does.
It does.
Stop it from popping.
Does it actually work?
It does work.
How long you have to do it for?
I think that was enough. Look at that. He threw me a beer. It's
That's
perfect.
incredible. Yeah. I wonder how the fuck that works.
All right, guys. Sorry, I'm back. I wasn't paying attention for like 2 minutes because I was changing the thumbnail and it finally worked. I realized that this phone that I'm watching shit on doesn't have any photos on it. That's why I had to take a photo because there was nothing in there to change the thumbnail with.
Discovered it.
Django Fett, Mark Normand. I'm guessing that's that guy. Comedian. I only know who Mark Normand is because Nick Mullins' impression of him. Nick Mullins.
Some
like
serious
little
drunk.
kids opening fucking soda.
Yeah. Do everything we can. Back when they didn't have phones, they figured out a lot of things.
So you're off the nicotine. I think it might start.
Yeah.
If you got a pouch. You got one on you?
Yeah.
You're gonna
Let me
buzz
try
out,
one.
dude.
I've never done a pouch.
You're gonna It'll buzz. light you up, dude.
Oh, I don't mind a
It's
buzz.
gonna light you You're up.
What are we doing here?
I think I'm gonna stop because last night I couldn't get to sleep because I was sitting in the green room and I just
Good
kept
snack.
fucking chewing them.
Also, for anyone who's popping in or watching or anything, I'm new to streaming. This is my second one, and I've never watched streamers. I've watched like some edits, compilations of streamers, because I've always been on YouTube. So I don't know how people do stream. I don't know what people want when they stream. So you let me know, and I'll do it.
On them. And then I chewed on one on the way home. And then I got home, and I turned on the TV for a little bit, popped another one in. Each one of them is 6 milligrams. It's just bang, 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 bang. And then it was time to go to bed. I was laying in bed. I'm like, ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm wired.
Norman, you've never had one?
No, and it burns.
Yeah, you're gonna hate that.
I paused last time. I got bad gums.
You're gonna shit.
Oh, really? I already shit.
This guy's voice sounds like somebody else's voice, but I'm struggling to place it.
It's gonna hurt your brain.
You're gonna get hit.
Also, I'm guessing. Let me know in the chat where you're coming from, because I'm in Australia, so I'm struggling to figure out when you guys are.
You get nervous.
Hiccups.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The 9s, those like 9s really give you. Lucy's has
Wait,
a 12.
what are 9s? What's a 9?
9 milligrams.
9 milligrams. These are 6. These are
all right.
But was 6 is a lot.
I like that, Norman. You do this a lot, where you'll be like, "I'll do it," and as soon as you do it, you go, "Oh, fuck!"
A huge mistake.
Like that time you accidentally ate meth.
Yeah, the green whatever's.
Yeah.
We took Molly. Molly was wonderful.
Oh, that was a bad night.
I had such a nice night.
I had to take the bus home.
You didn't have to do that. You panicked.
I panicked. I had to get out of there, but I took a Bolt bus back to New York.
Bus on Molly.
But we both took. He was like, "I'll do it if you do it." Like, all right,
Everyone's
I'll do
like,
it.
this is boring.
So good-looking guy, and his boyfriend was like, "Can you just?" He would cheat all the time. And he's like, "Can you just not give me?"
Oh my god, 4.5 hours. Okay, yeah, you guys really need to let me know what you want to watch, because this is gonna be intolerably boring. This is why you need an editor, Joe. This is why you need a producer who's not scared of you. Young Jamie is scared of you.
AIDS.
Oh,
and then our
man.
friend, he goes, "I can't promise that."
That's so ridiculous. AIDS doesn't even scare anybody anymore.
Nah.
What's worse, AIDS or pregnant? That's the question.
Well, a guy gets pregnant. You're like, well, you've been lied to. You've been fucking a fake guy.
True.
Yeah.
But you got PrEP now. PrEP is big.
But the thing about like trans men, like they can't get pregnant anymore. It's one of the side effects. One of the side
really?
effects of taking all the testosterone, it makes them infertile.
Also, trans
At least
women,
potentially.
no period, which I think is.
And wow. Wow. You guys spend a lot of time talking about trans people. Has there ever been a trans person on Joe Rogan's show? They spend a lot of time talking about trans people.
Is an advantage. All these other girls have to worry about
being mean for a week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they fight.
This is all very Alex Jones coded. Oh, I'm against the trannies. I think the trans people are trying to ruin the world, but also don't look at my phone. Don't look at my phone. Don't look at my search history. God damn it.
There's no trans period.
Right, but it's
he is obsessed.
That's an advantage.
Django.
They don't have to worry about.
He's obsessed. Joe spent like the first 20 years of his career complaining about like boomers being like completely captured by their politics and that sort of shit. And he has just completely become that 100%.
Having a heavy flow day.
On top of that, you're dosing yourself up with estrogen. So, like, where are you doing it once a week? Is there a spike in your estrogen? Then does it dip down? Do you get, do you have balance it out between masculine and feminine?
Jamie,
depending on your injections.
I see the trash.
It is what.
That means you've been thinking about this, and I apologize for leaving cans.
It's fine.
I leave cans every time I leave. You're right. I didn't even think about it until I noticed you put a trash can here.
Don't sweat it, big dog.
But they've painted themselves in a corner because if they don't let the guy in, it looks bad.
Right.
But if they do, he's gonna dunk.
Well, the thing is, can you define what a woman is? And until you can't, if you can't define what a woman is, then you're an idiot. And this is nonsense. And that's what your ideology is.
Okay, define it, Joe. Define it.
Your ideology is so stupid, you can't define the difference between a male and a female.
Yeah, Drees, I also spend way too much time on YouTube. I don't know. Drees asks, is Shane Gillis actually funny because I don't waste my time on that show Netflix is pushing? I think I unconsciously developed a policy not to watch any stand-up in the orbit of Joe Rogan. I think that... Have you guys seen that Elephant Graveyard video? If you haven't, don't click off of here because I'm desperate for attention. But there is a video by the Elephant Graveyard. There's a couple of videos by them, actually, about Joe Rogan, Bro Jogan, and the sort of how he's ruined, just absolutely destroyed comedy. It comes across as a complete lunatic guy, but in like the best kind of way. like a conspiracy theory about Joe Rogan, and it's presented beautifully. And after I saw that, I was like, oh, I guess I'm just never going to see any comedy from Austin.
Female. And so you've decided that people identifying with something means it's a real thing.
So often the other comedians have to fight to divert it back to comedy. It's a losing battle. Mark did a great diversion there to joke, and Joe just part through. Yeah, let's go back to trans. Dreets, you got a job, so expect your views to dwindle. Ah, fuck. Congratulations, but fuck. I'm in a similar. Well, not probably not a similar position, but I have been jobless for a long time. I've been struggling to find work, and that's part of the reason why I've been doing this YouTube stuff, for reasons that we shan't get into because it's too much. But I'm just recently going through interviews processes and may have a job coming up, but I don't want it. I hate work. I hate normal work. My ADHD brain absolutely hates it, and I've enjoyed doing this, and I've loved doing this. So I'm really grinding quite hard to try and get as much support as I can, as quickly as I can, so that I can maybe justify doing this as a career instead of grinding myself to death in normal work.
And you have to say it because everybody else says it, and they scare you, and they'll cancel you and go after you. So everyone's agreed to nonsense. So this is where we painted ourselves into this dumbass fucking corner.
Bree, you said you loved the Elephant Graveyard. I watched like 2 or 3 videos, but then I clicked on another one and it was like an old man. Is the Elephant Graveyard like a company? Is it a person? What's going on there?
Everybody kind of agrees. It's like
even
gray
AOC
area.
was just talking about how woke 1.0 was crazy. And all the different things that she was saying, all the defund the police talk that was going on, that everybody realized that's a ridiculous thing to say.
I think both sides of sports are like, that's a stupid issue. We shouldn't. We're not going to die on that.
But they won't say it.
Democrats are like, we're taking that off the table.
What do you mean?
They're like, yeah, I think it's like 80% of Democrats.
Guys, the Democrats never gave a fuck about that subject. It was always the Republicans being completely obsessed about sports. It was always the cultural warriors. Nobody gave a fuck.
Don't think
trans women in sports, yeah.
So it's just the right dunking on the left because they're like,
yeah, but there's a thing where those people that are the most radical will come.
AOC saying woke one was crazy or whatever she said was probably, I think, the worst political move of her life. She outed herself as not standing by her values. She outed herself as just sort of going with the wind, and she also outed herself as not understanding anything. Because Woke 1.0 achieved very little, and it also did very little, and it needed to do way more. So to say that it was crazy, implying that it did too much, is kind of wild.
After you if you don't agree wholeheartedly with their nonsense. So if you say anything like, look, trans women aren't women. There are men who identify as women, which is fine, but there's a biological distinction that protects women in sports, and that's chromosomes. We know. XX chromosome, you're a woman. XY, you're a dude. Do it that way. Call yourself whatever the fuck you want. But if you want to play in the WNBA, you have to have XX. And
I think another thing about like all these people who are obsessed with trans people in sports, the issue is irrelevant. Who gives a fuck? 1. And 2, they all sort of seem to think that this was going to be pro-scripted top-down, and not that it would just sort of sort itself out. Like, I think Joe seriously thinks he saved the world by drawing attention to trans people in sports. I think Joe seriously thinks he changed the course of history by drawing attention to trans people in sports. And I think what really is happening is that this has always been like a little bit of a complicated issue and was always going to be worked out collectively, not by any one person.
Do you want to be a fucking... Well, look, that's the other thing. No one gives a shit if a trans man...
It is said that Ari's family owns Yahoo in this episode. I think it's interesting. I saw that in a clip. I think I was watching Aaron Brown and that came up in a clip or something. Shout outs to Aaron Brown. He refuses to acknowledge me, whatever. But I thought that was a joke. I thought that was like a Jewish joke about the Jewish people controlling everything. But I'm not sure.
Wants to try and play in the NBA.
Here's something fun.
No one's trying to stop that. That was fun.
Wait till someone in WNBA comes out as a man.
That's the rumor.
There is a rumor, solid one. I'm not gonna say who, but do they wipe their name off the record books?
Maybe that's why they're holding off.
They probably should. They
Let me guess. It's a brown person that you think secretly a man. Wow. Oh my God.
Well, if you look at
Pete Rose isn't
Caitlyn
in the Hall
Jenner,
of Fame.
Yeah, and he actually got those stats as a player. Yeah,
he's a
if
good
you were
player.
like, I was a man the whole time, you'd be like, oh yeah, you.
Caitlyn Jenner won the Olympics as Bruce.
Yeah.
But what happens if you go back to the Olympics in 1976?
Wipe
look
it.
Who won the Olympics?
Wipe it.
Does it say Bruce or does it say Caitlyn?
Who's on the Wheaties?
I think Bruce won it.
Right.
Yeah,
but what
Bruce.
does it say?
Bruce.
Really getting down to the most important issues of our day, guys.
I don't know.
But what does it say? Why does it lie? It's our computer.
That's dead naming, and that can get you killed.
I bet Bruce was like
Dead naming can get you. It used to get you banned from Twitter for life.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's not bad.
Wow, that was pretty revealing, I think. I really do think that Joe Rogan thinks being banned from Twitter for life is the equivalent of being killed. I do think that Joe's reality has become so suffused into social media. Like, his entire source of income, his entire source of wealth is social media, which he also at the same time sort of refuses to actually engage with, to the degree where he, I think the Elephant Graveyard made that point, that essentially Joe has ascended. He's ascended into social media, into the meta reality of social media, to the point where he feels if he's banned from a service, that means he's dead.
Yeah, that's a good place to be, actually.
Yeah, those people are
You shouldn't
probably
be on there.
those people are probably doing great right now.
A lot better.
Yeah.
Psychologically, they probably have added years onto their lives.
It's like banning you from heroin.
Yeah, Brie, I'm not sure how many people actually are watching anything beyond the clips of Joe. Like, look, 4.5 hours. I'm sure there's some real people in there watching that. But yeah.
It's like, that's probably for the best.
Not even that, because heroin's fun, I bet.
I bet heroin's fun.
Joe was a Bernie bro and now he's an Elon bro. No, Django, you're wrong. Bro Jogan still is a Bernie bro sometimes. So there's this thing where Joe has no values and he doesn't care about anything. And when someone is on the podcast, he'll agree with them. And then someone with the exact opposite opinions will come on the next week and he'll agree with them too. So he's like Schrodinger's Bernie bro.
Yeah, Twitter's never fun.
Twitter's never fun.
I was hoping when Musk bought it, he would just like bury it.
Well, it's more fun. It's more fun with him.
It's wilder.
It's wilder.
My whole feed is just...
I do think money has eroded his brain a little bit. I also do think age. I do think there's some age, effects of age settling in here as well.
It's like
fist fights.
Full on Wild Wild West. They
The
figured
Wild
out a
Wild
thing.
West.
Yeah.
They're doing something now where when people get paid, you can only get paid for original or accurate content, because there's people that were what they were doing is just
Reposting.
saying like Shane Gillis murders 6 in a bar, and then
I would
you
never
make
agree
a
with him.
story.
6, I heard 5.
You make a story and you post it, and everybody clicks on
Let's
it,
talk about
and you
6,
get
baby.
money just from a full-on made-up story. And there was a ton of those because he's.
Joe, you're describing half of your career at this point. Half of your career is making up stories or watching AI stories or watching, people who are clearly actors doing like some bullshit skit about a man trying to go into the women's bathroom and then telling people that it's real. I'm pretty sure you still are telling people that there's cat litter for furries in schools, like still to this day. That's your whole job, Joe. And you don't make a little bit of money. You make banks, like banks plural worth of money, not bank. It's not you make bank. You make banks worth of money.
Foreign companies would just make thousands of fucking fake accounts and then maybe millions and then make a bunch of fake stories. So there's fake stories flooding your timeline and you're like, what? And you look at it, 600,000 views, this must be real. And then you click on it too. So they're making money.
That's you, Joe. You're describing you, not me. Not me, you. I'm not a Twitter user. I tried to go on Twitter yesterday. I was looking at something on Twitter because I was posting to it for the Patreon or whatever. Holy shit, guys. Absolutely everything on Twitter is AI fake. And I could just feel after like 10 seconds of scrolling, I could feel it actually damaging my brain. I could feel my brain just being constantly reality checked and reality tested of, is any of this real? And just I'm now doubting everything. And now I just want to believe everything at the same time. Oh, this is damaging. Get off Twitter, guys.
Maybe it's a good thing, though, now that all the news is fake.
Yeah.
Fight night is here with 2 title shots on the line. DraftKings is your. Well, the thing about Cam.
I think Joe Rogan's gonna be in the history books, genuinely. Joe has this whole thing of he's like, I'm just a guy talking, but genuinely Joe has shifted he has actually changed history. Not in the trans stuff, not for the trans stuff, but in terms of shifting America, helping to shift America from, you know, a liberal democracy to like a fascist dictatorship owned by corporate gambling organizations. Joe's helped that.
What? English?
Yeah, oh, that's your new people?
He's a red guy. He's a red guy.
Los Malvinas son argentinos. I side with Argentina on that.
You gotta pick a side. I don't know who you are anymore.
So they started a fire.
Dreets, yeah, I have to get on Instagram. It really seems like other YouTube people, seems like they do all of their networking on Instagram. I've never used Instagram though, so anything that I've never used is new and scary to me as an old man.
I'm not going to be anti-Semitic.
It's not even anti-Semitic. It's talking about policy.
We do love illegal campfires.
Yeah, they lit it on fire, and
Who
now
did?
they're giving 100,000 hectares. Well, some Israelis lit this part of Patagonia on fire, and then they're giving
that's
100.
Chile and Patagonia or Argentina?
Argentina.
Oh, that's.
I believe it's Patagonia. I might be wrong, but the point is they lit a gigantic amount of forest.
Brie, are you the one who was suggesting a few times to check out Red Bar a couple of times? There was someone in the chat doing that in comments a few weeks ago. I've looked at him a few times. I still haven't found anything that's been super to my taste, but I haven't found anything crazy fancy other than there was the connection with what's his name, pointy beard guy, Gavin McGuinness. Didn't like that, but other than that, I haven't found him I haven't been passionate about him one way or the other. My bad, Grandpa. Dreets, my bad, Grandpa. Maybe WhatsApp stories is more your vibe. That's even too much. I know YouTube, and I know YouTube. That's about it, actually.
On fire, and now
with the weather.
When I was there,
Milei is giving Israel that land.
What do you mean?
What?
Go find the story. Find the story.
Give it a goog. This is all.
When I was there, I was lighting campfires, you know. And as you work your way down, at some point they're like, no campfires in the national park. I was like, what? And then you would just start lighting them, and then they go, you know, this whole place burned like 7 years ago to the ground because of campfires.
Damn.
I was like, nope.
Well, the thing about campfires, you're just giving any retard the ability to just light fires in the woods. Do you know how crazy that is? It's
My freedom. I love to be an American, 'cause at least I know I'm free. But people shouldn't be allowed to light fires. People shouldn't be allowed to do one of the most basic things that is needed for human survival.
so
Throw a bush in.
Sorry, I'm proud to be an American. I don't know the song, guys. I'm not American. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I can't light fire.
There should be...
But I can own a tank and semi-automatic rifles and lasers from space and whatever the hell I want, but people shouldn't be able to light fires.
way more forest
Put
fires.
the bench in there.
Would you really think about how stupid people are? There should be probably a lot more forest fires than there are.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I know I move around a lot, and it's probably like really annoying on stream, but I genuinely cannot stop. I found out I have ADHD like 2 years ago. I spent my whole life thinking that ADHD was only like the extreme hyperactive kids. Turns out I have like the inattentive ADHD, and I cannot sit still. I should have noticed that when I never sat in a chair in primary school and was always on my knees. That sounds terrible. Was always like walking around and stuff. Holy shit, the stream is way further behind than I thought it was.
What about Malibu? Was that planned?
That was arson. They got
Really?
the guy. Yeah, the guy's in jail. They caught him.
Trying to get back to your girlfriend or something.
That's straight up arson. I don't. He's a
Arson
fucking
Daly?
psychopath.
Arson Daly.
Yeah, that can't be legal, Dreets. Django, yeah, I agree with you. I was about to, before they got onto the silly point of like, you shouldn't be allowed to light fires, that silly comment, I was about to say, I can't believe, is it Ari, the big beard guy? I was about to say, I can't believe he's just like casually being like, yeah, I saw all these things that said don't light fires here. And I was like, whatever the fuck, I'm just going to light fires here. Like, how stupid can you be? Yeah, people should be allowed to light fire. But also, if there's a sign somewhere that says don't light fires here or the whole place will burn down, maybe don't light a fire there. Ari!
Oh, yeah.
He was inspired by Luigi.
Johnny Arson.
Really? To do something?
Yes. He's inspired by Luigi to light the Palisades on fire.
Yeah, he was looking at all the rich houses, right, and going, fuck those people.
There was a lot of people that were like...
Yeah, I understand that fire is a genuine concern. But yeah, I think there's a clear difference between lighting a fire and yeah, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. My brain's gotten a little bit tired. Isn't it everywhere? Yeah, man.
Lighting things on fire. While the chaos was happening, people were just out there lighting things on fire.
Yeah.
Huberman caught people on video.
Really?
He caught some guys in Malibu on video lighting things on fire. They had gasoline, they had fucking lighters, they had torches. People were just running around lighting parts of it, contributing to it.
Wow.
The question is that orchestrated?
No, you've empowered a bunch of fucking mentally ill people to camp on your streets. When things go sideways and they burn it all to the ground, that hurts them zero. And it's
What the fuck? Is Joe saying right now that homeless people want to burn everything down because it hurts them zero to burn everything down? Is that what Joe's saying? Is Joe fucking insane? Why does Joe hate homeless people so much, guys? Is this normal in America, the amount that Joe hates homeless people? He wants them to, like, die?
fun.
That's what I'm talking about with the parks.
Yeah.
Get them out of there.
Protect them.
We should have some frisbees.
Okay, no one has been publicly identified or proven to have started the recent Patagonia fires in Argentina. Investigators in Chubut have said at least one blaze appeared to be deliberately set, but the investigation has not established.
Yeah, the stream is so far behind that I'm struggling to figure out what I was asking you about. Is the red bar thing? Thank you.
A named perpetrator claims blaming, I don't know what that word is, Mapuche communities or Israeli visitors are unsubstantiated. Chubut's chief prosecutor said reject.
Stop relying on AI for research, Joe.
No snipers are here, so we're like, oh, sick.
Like POTUS. They're like, POTUS isn't here. He's in Florida at UFC.
So that was the Miami UFC?
That's my guy. That's my president, y'all. He's not working. He's at UFC.
Yeah, bro, I genuinely don't get it, man. Man, I don't get it, man. Like, I do feel like Joe genuinely thinks that homeless people are just, like, born that way. There's just, like, something corrupt wrong with them. That, like, being a drug addict makes you evil. Joe, you're a drug addict. You're a drug addict, Joe. You're addicted to several drugs. Caffeine, definitely marijuana, nicotine, it seems like. You're a drug addict. You just have money to keep yourself healthy. Homeless drug addicts just have the drugs. That's it.
How wild was the UFC at the White House?
How was that?
That was wild. That was insane, right?
That was like fun.
I'm so glad I talked.
How do they talk for 4 hours with what seems to be no prep? They're just chatting shit, really. You can do that. Just hanging out with your friends, chatting shit, except they get to make a lot of money off of it. I'm not jealous.
Artina doing that.
Yeah, me too.
You had to go.
You were wrestling.
I'm like, this is only going to happen one time in human history.
I was like, I shouldn't fucking go.
You were wrestling with it.
There was
It was
motorcycles going over the pool.
That's what got me. I was laying on my couch after I canceled. I said yes and canceled like 4 times. And then the last time I canceled was the day before. And then I saw they were doing fucking dirt bikes on the front lawn, and I was like, I gotta see this.
Yeah.
I should see this.
We were at the cellar, and he was like, what should I do? I don't think I should. I don't want the heat. I'm like, yeah, don't go. And he goes, but I don't want to tell him. Let me do what to do. I'm like, no, don't go.
Yeah, no. Everyone agreed with me.
No matter which side you were, you're like, yeah, I see. Yeah.
I was at the cellar, and I was like, I don't feel like fucking dealing with it. Also, war in Iran, or this is a crazy time to be like, I support this.
Everyone had a great time, but Nate.
Nate was
had
my
a good
favorite.
time.
Well, not later.
Yeah, but he doesn't care.
I have to wait
He's
like
not
10 minutes for
reading
the
it.
stream.
That was a fake one, too.
It didn't affect his ticket sales at all.
Ridiculous.
All these people saying that they canceled. Fuck off. He sells out 2 fucking stadiums a night. Like,
That was
it's
a
all
fake one.
bullshit.
It was the same newspaper writing 10 articles.
Yeah. Well, it's just they'll go after
Are they talking about who's Nate? I don't know who they're talking about. Tell me who you're talking about, guys.
anybody who's even remotely connected to that White House.
Also, it's
and
the
they'll
fucking
shame
fights.
people.
It's just
Exactly.
sports.
I like
Just
It's
fights
not
were
saying
incredible.
shit.
That
fights were
Gaethje,
great.
I was so happy to see that Gaethje fight.
Gage is the
It
best.
was
It was one of the
perfect
coolest
ending.
fights.
The perfect ending. And he beat a guy who most people thought was the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
Really?
Yeah, Topuria is a monster. 2-division world
yeah.
champion. Topuria is one of the most skillful guys that's ever fought in MMA. He's fucking good, man.
Oh, yeah.
But Gaethje pulled it off. Pulled it off in front of the whole world, and then did a backflip off the fucking top of the cage with the White House behind.
Can I change the delay? This delay is crazy. It's so far behind. Man, I don't know how to do this crap.
Him.
Nice.
And landed in the middle of the cage.
Yeah, I saw the dirt bikes. I saw the practice flyovers. I was like, I gotta see these fucking flyovers.
Yeah, I just was.
It was so sick.
When we were talking, I'm like, this is never going to happen again in human history.
Well, apparently Teddy Roosevelt had fights on the lawn.
Really?
Back in the day.
Oh,
yeah.
No, he fought with his wife.
Well, unless you got a time machine, bitch, you're never going to see it again.
It's funny seeing people weigh in. They're like, it's cage fighting, and it's like it's human
Okay,
cockfighting. I'm like, bro,
I refreshed my shit. I think the delay is not as bad now.
it's not a new
awesome
sport.
For me.
Yeah.
you're like these left-leaning people like just
So
discovering it.
Biden did some wild things on the White House lawn. Just
What do you do? They have Easter egg hunts.
they had fun.
Well, you
things.
remember they had the
yeah.
trannies with their titties out?
Something like that.
Oh my god, Joe, what the fuck, man?
They had a bunch of trans ladies with their tits out.
Really?
And it was, yeah, it's really funny. They took pictures, like for Instagram, with their tits out in front of the White House. And then people are saying that the cage fight is desecrating the lawn. Like, come on, guys.
Dude, if you have a lawn that big,
Yeah, guys. Yeah, guys. Gambling and violence is not as bad as a boob. Or actually a man chest, apparently, according to you guys. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm catching up sitting down now because I got distracted standing up. Bree, only very rich people talk the way Noam Rogan does about the homeless. Like we all agree they're litter. What delay with you? Yeah, Bree, I genuinely don't get it. I don't... It's very strange to me. I see it all the time. But it is very strange to me that the richer you get, the more you hate poor people. You would think the richer you get, the less you give a shit about poor people, the less you interact with them. But the reality is, the richer you get, the more wealthy, the more powerful you get. All of these guys, 100% of them, all become very vitriolic about homeless people. Oh, man, I'm sorry that you're a victim of the people having the hardest time of any of us. I'm sorry that they are making your life hard, Joe.
Things are ridiculous.
You should have
But at
barbecues.
least one thing is cool to look at. One thing is fun.
And the other one's the UFC.
Those both seem fun.
I was trying. Yeah, I was trying.
He set up the dunk.
Those all seem like a fun time.
No,
You
the
should have fun with that lawn.
Fighter jets ruled. The fights ruled.
Bro,
It
the
was
fighter
awesome.
jets were so close to each other. That's what
Yeah.
freaked me out. I was like, if one of
Did
these
you hear about
fucking...
the terrorist attack?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Found
that
out
was
about-
crazy.
I did Bennington's podcast the next day, and he told me about it.
Oh,
yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah, dude.
It was
That would've
elaborate.
sucked.
They had a guy pushing
Yeah.
people towards one way, and then other people with machine guns.
But
ready
then
to
they
talk
had
about it.
drones, bombs on drones.
That
Yeah.
I don't think that
Bombs
crowd
on
would have
drones.
gone the direction whoever did
Right.
that would want them to.
Right.
That crowd would have been sprinting directly at whoever was
most
shooting.
that's
It was
insane
the
fucking
craziest group
crowd.
of people.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking morons. MAGA people are the biggest pussies on the planet. We have evidence for this. Every time something goes wrong near MAGA people, or anytime any right-wing politician faces any kind of pushback whatsoever, they literally run away. They're the biggest pussies on the planet. That's why they're so insecure and aggressive.
It was so insane. Me and DC and John Anik were just looking at each other going, what the fuck is
What a
this?
backdrop.
Wow.
This
What
is
a backdrop
insane.
for
We're on the
sports.
lawn of the White House.
But TMZ tried to get you.
They got me. I was fucking 20 beers
Drunk.
deep walking out.
Oh.
What'd you think about saying Michelle Obama's a man? I was like, I didn't fucking like it. And then I was like, but he was funny.
All right.
The funny thing
to
is,
weigh
people
in,
were
be
saying
entertaining while you
Joe
make the
Rogan
statement.
didn't say anything when he said that. I'm like, the guy just beat the fuck out of Derek Lewis. What am I gonna do?
I'm scared.
What am I gonna do?
Right.
Joe loves to do it. What am I going to do? What am I going to say? This person's more powerful than me. What am I going to say? What am I going to challenge them? Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Joe, you spent the first 20 years of your life talking about how comedians challenge the status quo and challenge power, and that's why you're so important. And that's why you should be allowed to have all of these really powerful conversations and be able to, influence millions of people because you're a comedian and you challenge power. Yeah, Joe, do you remember that?
Hey, don't do that, and he throws me.
Brie, it's shocking. Like, if you care so much, you could do something about it. Yeah, the most wealthy people on the planet, the people with the most ability to reduce suffering, are the people who are the most offended by seeing suffering. Another shout out of a thing that I like, because I like to promote things that I like. There's a musician, a singer, songwriter, Ben Kaplan. He writes a lot about of music about just, the bullshit grind of capitalism and how evil it is. But it's cathartic to listen to. He's got a beautiful voice, that man. Ben Kaplan, look him up.
The problem with it was on paper hilarious.
Hilarious.
To win a fight on the White House lawn and then call a former first lady a man. If you wrote that down, I'd be like, that's funny.
The thing is, he says Michelle Obama's a man every time I interview him.
Really?
Oh, yes. He said it the last time I interviewed him too.
When I'm sitting there,
It's almost like maybe that was the reason that person was there near the white.
when I'm sitting in that crowd going, this is probably a bad look. This is a weird group of people. This is, and then the guy wins and goes, Michelle Obama's a man. I was in the crowd just like, you fucking dumb fuck.
You ruined it.
You're
Yeah.
doing exactly what they said we were going to do.
He did a smart thing. I mean, it's very rude.
Smart thing.
It's very rude, but it's a smart thing because we're all still talking about it. Otherwise, it's just another fight of the night.
We're talking about the Holocaust, too.
No, Diego Lopez.
was a man.
Diego Lopez knocked out Steve Garcia. No one's talking about Diego Lopez.
All right, yep. Let's move on from the fight stuff because I'm not here about that. I'm here about your crazy political views. Let's just like Control F homeless or something like that. Whoa, 4 hours in and they're still talking about homeless people.
This estimate in.
Oh
How
my
many
God, it's
homeless?
at the end of the video.
Karen Bass.
100 now.
There's zero chance
There's more homeless people
No.
now than put them in Skid Row. They just stay.
Politics.
Homelessness?
Homelessness and fent, yeah. Clean it up. I
They
don't see any
are.
party talking about it.
I mean,
Nobody's
they
done
do when it
Nobody's
comes
done shit.
around, but
It's
it's like,
insensitive.
the problem is there's so much money in maintaining it.
That's true.
What the fuck are you talking about? Clean up homelessness and fent. What the fuck? Homelessness isn't something you clean up, it's something you work on. Oh my god. Let's just execute all the homeless people.
Money and homelessness. What a concept.
But like they're breaking into rich people's cars.
$24 billion California spent and done nothing but increase the homelessness.
Wow.
The wrong area burned.
And every city, every big city, it explodes.
Yep. And it's recent. It's a new thing. And you
Is it
know,
just
LA has
fentanyl?
had Skid Row forever because what they would used to do with Skid Row is they would take
Is it just fentanyl? Is fentanyl the reason homeless people exist? Is fentanyl the reason homeless people exist? No, it's because you live in a capitalist dystopia. It's because you live at the heart of empire that is upholding capitalism, and we're entering into late stage capitalism, in which everything is becoming more expensive and everything is becoming more difficult, and the wealthy are becoming more wealthy and the poor are becoming more poor. You know, it's because we're ready for a shake-up. It's not because of fentanyl, you fucking moron.
people from, like, if there was a vagrant in Hollywood, they would take him, they would just put him in Skid Row. They would stay here. And they would literally, like, block him in. They would give him, like, food
so
and
small for
services.
so long.
It wasn't that small, dude. It's an illusion. I was filming Fear Factor there in, like, 2004 or 5, and I was
Yeah.
driving home, and I took the wrong turn. And I was like, what the fuck? It was just blocks and blocks of cardboard
Even back then.
boxes. Yeah.
So this, that sort of helps me to understand a little bit about this like American sense of hating homeless people. If your country treats homeless people so poorly that they sort of get corralled into an area and all forced together, and then there's large communities of homeless people, yeah, I can see how that would influence your opinion on homeless people if you're a moron who never thought about anything for more than 2 seconds. But that seems like a nation problem, a government problem, an administration problem, more than it does a homeless people are evil problem. You fucking lunatic.
Yes. And it was only Skid Row. Skid Row was nuts, man. It was, even then it was nuts. Now it's 55 blocks. Do you understand?
I don't know anything about Skid Row, American people. I've heard the phrase before. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to take Joe's word for it.
How insane that is? Like what 55 blocks looks like on a
I
grid?
know it's always been that size, I think.
That's it.
Back in the 30s, there was somewhere in the range of 10,000 homeless people there, and there's 4,400 now.
There's zero chance
There's more homeless people now than there were in the 30s? Or in the 30s there was more than there is now?
No
That's
In the 30s,
crazy.
that was the population of LA.
4,400. In the 30s, there was it's always been that size, I think.
That's it.
Trying to focus.
Back in the 30s, there was somewhere in the range of 10,000 homeless people there, and there's 4,400 now.
There's zero chance.
There's more homeless people now than there were in the 30s? Or in the 30s there was more than there is now?
No
way. In the 30s, that was the population of LA.
Wait a minute. How many are there now? How many are there now?
It says 4,400.
Shut the
fuck
fuck up. That's not true. That's not true.
Liberal.com.
You ever get an AI answer and they go, "Are you sure about that?" And they go, "Yeah, good point. That's
Jamie's
wrong."
a goddamn.
Joe will trust anything. Joe will absolutely trust anything an AI says as long as it supports what he thinks ahead of time. And he will absolutely challenge the AI if it doesn't support what he thinks. So, Joe, what's the point of the AI then? What is it doing in there other than like slowing you down from getting real information and potentially lying to you?
I'm fed.
This is crazy.
This is all Karen Bass, her statistics.
Propaganda.
It's all lies.
Click
There's
that
no,
fucking
there's no
citation,
way.
No, it's
Skid Row contains one of the largest stable populations of homeless people in the United States, estimated at over 4,400, and has been known for its condensed homeless population since at least the 1930s. Its long history of police raids, targeted city initiatives, and homelessness advocacy makes it one of the most notable districts in Los Angeles. Covering 50 blocks immediately east of downtown Los Angeles, Skid Row is bordered by 3rd Street to the north, 7th Street to the blah, 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 blah. Who cares? So, like, how did this...
It's now estimated 4,400.
Django, yeah, he speaks about them like they're roaches, an infestation, weeds, yep. Bree, Skid Row has grown, but California allows the homelessness to be, whereas before they had somewhere to go. The corruption in the solving homelessness seems to be true. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, when he talks about California wasting money, it's like, yeah, and so is the rest of the country. I guess the point for me is that he just uses this as like a battering ram to target politicians he doesn't like whenever there's homeless people in there. States ignoring homeless people are a problem nationwide.
The population has been there since the 30s, but it wasn't that number.
It was more in the 30s as well.
Okay, but put this estimate in. How many homeless people are there in LA? Because the estimate is somewhere north of 70,000.
I think it's spread past Skid Row.
Can you just highlight that citation?
Which one?
Number 4.
What was it? Estimated people.
From LA Times in
2023 LA Times liberal. Well,
I mean,
2023 Biden administration. I don't believe it.
2024.
There are some things that I can agree with Joe on, and like these right-wing people. Like when these right-wing people say that like mental health care is whack and it's useless and it's a waste of money and that sort of stuff, they're sort of right. Not in the way that there shouldn't be any mental health care, but they're right in the way that it does suck, and that we are very bad at it and it needs to be improved. But these guys' solution to everything that's bad is always just destroy it all and let everybody suffer and pick yourself up by your bootstraps.
So everyone has to be Anglo, I guess, from England? Like, what is the...
Like, I don't want to, I'm not trying to Jew you down.
Yeah.
What?
And he went crazy.
He lost it.
He went crazy and started screaming at this guy, fuck you, you're fucking anti-Semitic. Because he didn't realize this guy was Jewish. Because Brian Fraser.
Right.
And he was jacked, like way bigger than me. And I was like, oh my God, like what am I going to do here? Like I don't want my friend to kill this guy.
Yeah.
And also, not much I can do.
Yeah.
He's trying to get paid here, buddy.
I mean, he's trying to get paid, and then, like, it was just an expression that people would use, like
I know what it's from, but they don't mean it like that.
Yeah,
it's
we use that all the time.
It's just a term.
I have never heard that term in my life. What the hell does that term mean?
It's like gyp.
What?
You don't hate gypsies.
You don't think of gypsies when you say it.
Right,
You're like, that's a root word. You're like, that's fine. I didn't realize that.
It's
or
weird
like,
with this like certain nationalities we could completely.
Guys, I hate it when my old racist terms get acknowledged as being racist. Guys,
completely make fun of them, and it's no issue at all. Like, to stop being a guinea. Like no one cares.
What is that?
Like wearing gold chains. Look at you. You look like a guinea.
Yeah.
Like wearing gold.
Yeah, Joe, because nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. If it was relevant, if it was something people said all the time, they'd probably tell you to stop saying it. I don't know what it even means.
Old chains
and
and a
didn't
tank
take
top.
off as an
It doesn't matter.
And they were lynched.
My grandfather's day, it did. My grandfather told me horror stories about him being an immigrant from Italy and what he had to deal with.
David Deckham, I see you. I've seen you in my comments before. I forgot what I asked about. It's from Egyptian because they were more brown. What was it? Jew you down. I think that's what they were talking about, right?
with going to school here in America and in New Jersey and
It's
how
different times. It's crazy to think of anti-Polish, anti-Irish, anti-Italian.
Hey guys, there's a couple of guys in the chat there. Chat. You don't need to talk about this if you have nothing to say about this. You can say whatever the hell you goddamn want, and I will talk to you about it. This is not a planned stream. This is again more of a test than anything else. This is my first real test.
It's so specific racism.
It's just whites.
So everyone has to be Anglo, I guess, from England. Like what?
The G word. The G.
What is the criteria to not get beat up?
It was the thing was like people that were coming from.
Yeah.
These Latin countries, people that are coming from Mexico, coming from Puerto Rico, people that are coming from Italy, you know, the countries that were initially Latin countries, brown people.
Yeah.
And Italians were thought of as brown people.
Yeah, but Irish aren't brown. There was Irish.
Yeah, but they were like poor, and then they were lower class.
They weren't considered white.
They were the people that were like working in fucking factories and working on the docks.
Crazy to have that as your racism, whites on whites.
I know.
Whites on whites.
Wild. A lot of Irish people were slaves.
Yeah.
Hey.
And
right? Talk to it,
Reach
Gillis.
that level of drinking.
You want to tell?
He's like, hey, we've reached the point where Joe's comparing Irish slavery to black African slavery in America. Oh boy.
We were slaves.
Usually a couple more beers ago. You know, the Irish
We
were
was
slaves.
kings.
Yeah, we was kings.
Well, you want
We
to tell
was
white people back
kings.
then, like it's gonna get worse. Like if you're mad at this Irish,
We was kings is so racist, Joe. That's so racist to just randomly throw in there for no reason. I hate to be a racist nitpicker, but I feel like the Overton window has shifted so much that people aren't calling racism out anymore because it's like so constant that it's like a pain in the butt. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be the guy.
Buckle up.
One day, they're not even going to read your scripts.
Yeah, you're gonna hear like a coming soon.
You're gonna regret that tomorrow.
Well, I'm just saying.
Assalamu alaikum.
Man, I'm watching I don't know what it is. Once I had a kid, I got way into history. I don't know why. I'm like obsessed with history
What are you
now.
thinking about?
Well, I'm watching all these presidential documentaries on
brother.
Netflix.
What do you
They're
got?
unbelievable.
Yeah, presidents rule.
By the way, Ulysses S. Grant.
Grant's my guy.
I'm in love with this guy.
He's my guy.
He's the well. You know, he went to West Point.
Yeah.
So
did Shane.
I think I've said this on
I
the
know.
show. Like
they both
Oh, really?
I talk about Grant every
Give me some
fucking
music,
time.
Jamie.
I love Grant.
Grant rules.
What do you say
But
about
I'll
it?
talk about Grant all day.
Well, one cool thing was, you know, during the war, he
What is this? What is this?
was a big general, and they would go, "Hey,
What is this song?
Shane doesn't have the headphones on.
Oh,
Goddamn
is it Iceman?
What the fuck? This looks like one of those Aztec death whistles, but like America coded.
All right. So Grant was that like big general in the
Brother,
Union
if
Army.
I hear somebody else talking
Why
about
was
Grant,
this-
I get jealous and mad.
He went to West
Why
Point. He
is
went
this-
to college with a bunch of other guys who all got put into the war, and a lot of them were Confederate.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, "We got to go beat up. We got to go kill a bunch of people at this fort in Georgia." And he's like, "Who's the head guy over there?" And they'd go, "Whatever, Sherman." And he'd go, "I went to school with that guy. He's a pussy.
Come on.
We can take him." So he knew everybody. So he'd be like, "Oh, I played ball with that guy. He's a bitch."
All right,
We can kill him.
this has become too much.
How
I've
crazy
gotten
is
bored.
that?
Yeah.
Like he knew.
Oh my god, shut up. Oh my god, I've run out of energy for that. Well, I've run out of things to talk about and look at. Unless you guys want to talk about or look at something. Unless you guys have any ideas. Let's see what Shadowverse. Oh. See, I'm Australian, and this guy's Australian. So this guy's sort of like my another one of my special interests. What's his other channel? The Night's Watch. That one. Yeah, that it was becoming pretty toxic, David Deckham. Yeah, Bree, give me a suggestion. I'm just looking around. God, look at these guys' thumbnails. I fucking hate it. The culture war thing's not popping off anymore, guy. Quit. They are coming after anime. Women's fiction rape spectrum is wild. Ugh. Nah, Brie. Nah. Nah, not that one. Let's see what these Fruit Loops are talking about. These absolute Fruit Loops.
Attack.
I think I might have commented on this. Did I comment on this? I did. I didn't watch it. Spoiler alert. I'm outing myself as having posted a comment without watching the video. But I saw that they were defending Mushoku Tensei, which is fine. I watched some of Mushoku Tensei. But I wouldn't want to be caught dead defending that because there is explicit pedophilia material in that anime. In fact, that's why I stopped watching it. Alongside Made in Abyss.
Against anime from the left. Have you guys been noticing a general trend of certain things? Yeah. Now, what's interesting, why would this be the case? Anime has many things that the left would love, all right? There is LGBT, right?
Oops, shit.
I don't see them, especially when it comes to many things that the left...
This guy drives me goddamn nuts. People who want to make like a career being like an influencer, career getting their opinions out there, but hide behind anonymous shit, and then just say the most incelly shit. Oh, it drives me nuts.
Would love, all right? There is LGBT stuff in a lot of anime, right? The Japanese have not been shy about doing that type of stuff, but at the same time,
that's actually not true, Shad. The Japanese have been very shy about LGBT subjects. Yeah, there's some of it in anime these days, but it's a pretty recent occurrence in mainstream anime.
A vast majority of it remains very based and traditional, especially when it comes to the depiction of heroism and masculinity, and also women. They can't stand that anime just likes the fact that men like looking at attractive women.
Anime likes that men like looking at attractive... Anime... Who's... Anime a person? What? Oh, and let's just ignore that, Hollywood movies also objectify women endlessly. I haven't watched movies in a long time, so I'm going back in my mind. Avengers, remember Avengers? Black Widow's ass just being absolutely everywhere. Yeah, men in all cultures like looking at women.
Anime understands that, and so they try and make their characters either cute in a non-sexual way, but just not fun to look at. It's cute, it's nice, but they're...
I felt it, Shad. I felt that you you shouldn't have started that sentence.
And also, anime loves making sexy
Well,
characters.
that's what I mean about them being anti-human. I mean, that's part of humanity is that men like women, and they find that really offensive. This is why my main complaint for the He-Man movie. Like, why doesn't he get to love it? Why isn't he and Tila together by the end? Why not?
They teased that too, and they never delivered on it.
Why is it that he can't have a love interest by the end? Because that's too offensive.
Brie, okay, it just occurred to me because they may be too crude, rude, right, for a better understanding. What was I talking about that you're replying to? Fuck, guys. My short-term memory is cooked. I have no idea what that's in response to. Sorry.
Offensive. That's too human. That's too offensive. So, and humanity's way too offensive. But anime has all these guys like, really lusting after women and women lusting after men. That's too real. That's too human, and therefore they hate it.
Right.
It's what they call heteronormativity. They hate that.
Yeah, Brie, if you're asking why I didn't search that, it's a little too crass. This is a safer work. This is a safer work and safer live stream.
At the same time, it's all baked in their ideology. It's the same kind of people that loved Steven Universe. Their ideology is so deeply rooted in non-normal forms of attraction, bisexuality, non-binary, homosexuality.
Going on a podcast and talking about how being gay and bi is not normal. Oh, man. Oh, man. We need to do better for these guys. I don't want to like call anyone out. I don't want to diagnose anyone. Guys, stop. Get the chat back into talking about normal stuff. I don't want to get my channel shadow banned. I need the money. God damn it. Fuck. Oh, God damn you guys to hell. Fuck. What was I talking about? Oh, you distracted me, you motherfuckers. God damn it.
Sexuality, all that stuff. That when they see a normal.
Oh yeah, we need to do better for these guys. I don't want to diagnose anyone. I don't want to say that anybody has any diagnosis, but there's clearly there's a smell. There's a waft coming out of these guys' rooms. There's a scent of social maladaptation. We need to do better. We need to do better for these guys. Schools need to sort of help these guys understand that if you're going to sit in your basement and complain about gay people not being normal, that you're going to be socially isolated. And it's just... hey, even if you have that opinion, it's not going to be good for you in the long run. So just, like, zip it. Just shut the fuck up.
Heterosexual attraction between two characters that are heterosexual, it pisses them off. They can't stand it because, remember, they felt like,
Guy, who's them? Who are you talking about? Who's them? There's plenty of that shit everywhere.
They feel like they've lost a part of the culture war when that happens because it's giving into they don't want it to be normal. They want everything they believe in to be normal across the whole spectrum.
What's the word? There's a show. Where they didn't Arrested Development. That's a good way of describing these people without like accusing them of having a diagnosis or anything. These people are in Arrested Development. I only just recently realized that that's a phrase and not just a TV show name.
When they feel like it's regressing back to the patriarchy and all that nonsense. Yeah, that's heteronormative. Yeah, it's such a ridiculous thing. And you see this in literature circles. You will see the majority of like gay male relationships, that's fetishized by white women. They are the biggest perpetrators of that. And that kind of carries over a lot.
What are they even complaining about, Django? I don't know. These guys are very good, very professional entertainers, and they have definitely introduced the subject. They're complaining that some people don't like anime, I guess. The thumbnail was Mushoku Tensei, and Mushoku Tensei is an anime where an old man, like a middle-aged man, I think, gets reincarnated as a baby. And I don't know how much worse it gets than this, but it does. The series goes into him having sexual experiences with young girls because he is now a young man. That was the thumbnail, so I think that's what they're defending here. It's not something I would want to defend. It's not something I would want to write. If I was going to write like a love story about young people, I'd probably make everyone involved young, not one of them actually 50 or whatever.
Into the anime as well. They can't stand fan service. They can't stand men being attracted to women. They definitely cannot stand a female character exhibiting a normal sex drive being attracted to a male character. God forbid.
Right? And it comes down to
this guy is always so angry. I've dropped into a couple of their streams. I drop into their streams every now and then because I'm desperately trying to get Shad to acknowledge me. As a fellow Australian and as someone who's like, my career sort of going like this in terms of views and his career sort of going like this. So I'm sort of hoping we can meet in the middle somewhere. And I could interview him. And obviously I don't like him very much, but I could do a fair interview. I just want to show who he is to more people, because he's a fascinating little fella. And I'm hoping that we can do that. But so far he's been avoiding me. It seems like he's actively avoiding me. I'll get you eventually, Shad. I'll get you.
That He-Man ends up with Tila by the end of the movie. Can't have that. Heterosexuality is for mom and dad and the bad guys.
100%. And so anime has many of the like normal things baked into it that the left can't stand. Anime, like even with like a good chunk of LGBT stuff in it, a lot of it, near most of it, is actually very heteronormative.
Guys, can you make up your mind? Either anime has LGBT stuff in it and you're mad about it, or it doesn't and you're happy about it. You've so far flipped back and forth like 3 or 4 times, and I'm lost. You guys should like spend 20 seconds agreeing on what the point's going to be before you launch this.
Guys being attracted to girls, guys being depicted wanting to be masculine or heroic, even though a lot of the heroes in anime are very emotional, connected, or even on the a bit on the effeminate side. Look at the main character from Demon Slayer. He's crying all the bloody time, yet he steps up when a hero is needed, and he fights like hell. And is
So, I probably should have asked you guys if you're familiar with Shadowversity before I jumped into this. So Shadowversity is he used to be a very popular sword streamer who would stream about swords and talk about swords. He still does that. Now he also has this Night's Watch channel. And on this Night's Watch channel, he complains about girls, complains about women existing with his 2 incel mates. The funny thing about Shad talking about like traditional masculine heroes and traditional masculinity and all this sort of shit, well, one is, look at him. Sorry, no offense, Shad. But 2, Shad's written a novel. He's written and published a novel, and in that novel, his traditionally masculine hero character that he wrote is a mass murderer, genocider, mass rapist. That's his image of the masculine hero. The character that he wrote, has murdered millions and millions of people, has raped millions of women. And at the beginning of his book, his atonement for that is trying to off himself. And instead of offing himself, this terrible person who is at the end of his life, is given all of his youth and all of his good looks and all of his power and more power back so that he can atone for his sins. And by atoning for his sins, we mean continuing to murder more people, except now he's like a vigilante. He deems them as evil, and continuing to be around and intimidate and objectify the women that he previously, in a previous life, sexually assaulted. That's Shad's image of a true hero. Not the boy from Demon Slayer because he cries. The boy in Demon Slayer who is forced against his will to take the lives of actual monsters, and he does everything that he can to make it a peaceful transition for them because he doesn't want to do it maliciously. He's not a masculine hero because he's a young boy and he cries sometimes. But Dalen the Conqueror, that's a masculine hero.
Still a great hero, right?
But it's even worse sometimes, Shaq, because you've seen the Country Bumpkin Swordsmaster.
Yep.
That one's even worse because it's all the women liking him, and that's even worse because they can't. They find that offensive.
Oh, by the way, in his book, multiple of the previous victims of sexual assault continue to love their rapist. And I believe I've heard from Anthony Ant Gramaguglia. I believe at the end, I haven't read it. At the end of the book, I believe, or towards the end of the book, it's actually relevant to the narrative that the women who had children as a result of the assault love him, and the women who didn't have children as a result of this assault are bitter. Yikes! Yikes!
That women would like a man, especially if this man is strong and masculine and a complete badass, which he is. Too scary.
Yeah, David Deckham. These guys think they are the epitome of manliness. That's why I want to confront Shat. That's why I want to have a conversation with Shat. Like, I don't want to abuse Shat. I don't want to attack him or anything. I just want to be just ask him straightforward questions, slow him down a little bit. Get him a little bit calmed down, get him a little bit less hyped up about his aggression towards women, and be like, why are you the one lecturing people on masculinity? Why is this coming from you? I'm not saying it's going to come from me. I may look a little bit more masculine than you, but I'm also a slightly feminine man. I'm not a super macho man. So I wouldn't deign to be that guy, but it seems like you are.
And some of those.
Bree said he's a renowned AI artist and is regularly pained by others not appreciating his artistry. Yeah, I've seen some of that. It's hilariously embarrassing. At once, he is a proud AI artist who says that AI art is real art and it should be appreciated like real art. But at the same time, he's very insistent that he didn't use AI for his book. Weird. It's almost like AI art has no value. And you know that. Meanwhile, David Deckham said, meanwhile, his brother is an actual talented artist. Yeah, his brother, Jazza. I've watched more Jazza than I've watched Shadowversity. If you want to see some fun, arty YouTube stuff and you want to support Australians, because honestly, guys, this isn't like a patriotism thing. I don't give a shit about Australia. But Australians, people from my country, we don't really have that much access to like promotion in terms of social media because we have like a tiny little country in terms of population and all that crap. So if you want to see some art shit, if you want to see a guy who's nice and not like this guy at all, go see his brother Jazza. Jazza is much better than Chatterversity.
Girls are, when I say younger,
and I think unfortunately Jazza's channel does struggle because I think it's difficult. Looking from the outside, it looks like his channel blew up and he sort of made a big company out of it. And then as it does, you know, channels fluctuate in success. So I think his channel could use the support, not in a condescending way.
so they're all like very late teens or adults, right? But because they're on the younger end and he's an older guy, that's just like country bumpkin. That's pedo bait, and they've been latching onto that a lot.
Sorry, what?
Right? So they're all like very late teens or adults, right? But because they're on the younger end and he's an older guy, that's just like country bumpkin. That's pedo bait, and they've been latching onto that a lot with anime. And I'm going to expand a bit more because this is interesting. That because they want any vector of attack that they can latch onto, because they're starting to identify anime as their enemy. Because anime is openly happy. And anime doesn't think it's promoting. We're making this to promote traditional values, heteronormative.
I don't know who you're talking about, Shad. I don't know who these people are talking about when they say they, and they are making it the enemy. Who is they? I don't even, like, there was a point in history where the left sort of did feel like a you know, a little bit like a body that sort of was moving towards and aiming for the same things, but these days, they're scattered. I don't even know who they is. I don't even know who they is hypothetically.
Activity, normal male-female attraction and heroism. Anime just wants to entertain. And so it's just making things that are traditionally entertaining, and because such traditional
Anthropomorphization doesn't make sense when you're talking about anime. I don't know if I pronounced that word right, but it doesn't make sense to turn anime into a person with a perspective because it's an industry.
Entertainment is based on traditional heroism, which is inherently masculine. They're starting to identify anime as an enemy, and then they're trying to latch onto any possible thing that they can undermine, criticize it, invalidate it. And so one of the big criticisms that they've been pushing against anime is that it's all pedo bait, that you must be a pedophile if you like anime. Have you heard those comments? I've heard them.
They did by anime as...
Bro, that's been a comment going around for like decades because, yeah, there is a lot of pedo crap in anime. I'm sorry. I like anime too sometimes, but there is also that.
Right wing.
It's a huge part of the culture, honestly. It's genuinely, as a fan of anime, as someone who has gone to anime conventions, as someone who does not respect that side of anime, as someone who is disgusted by that side of anime, it's a huge part of the culture. Lolly art is pedo art. There is no distinction. I know you want there to be, so you can keep looking at it and feel okay about it, but there is no distinction.
Now, so they want to do anything they can.
Hey guys, do me a favor and like the stream. What the fuck? Hey guys, do me a favor and like the stream. Please, 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 please. I'm trying to get some more people in here. I want to have a chat with more people. I want to chat with more people. I want to get more people's political opinions. So like the stream, share the stream, goddamn, whatever, goddamn.
You get any female character that is under like 5'7", and they assume that the reason you like a female character who is short, which guys, short women exist. They especially exist in Asian culture. Okay, some women are just short. They assume that if you like a female character that is short, that it's coded pedophilia because you.
I know, and this is insane to me because my wife is under 5 foot. She's like just 4 foot, like a bit under 5 foot. So she's very, very short, tiny, and like the left seems to think that short women don't exist, and my wife is she's.
Guys, lolly art is not just short women, you fucking morons. It's children. It's children. It's children who happen to be 10,000-year-old wizards.
A mother of 5 children, full-grown adult, love her with all my life, right? With everything, right? But the left seems to have been attacking that. If anyone seems to be attracted to a short woman, and they identify short with being young, and no one would look at my wife. She looks young for her age.
Shad, no one's talking about your wife. We're talking about lolly art, aren't we? Or are we just having imaginary make-em-ups?
But they're not. No one is thinking that she's underage or anything like that. But because she is on the shorter end, the left is legitimately trying to make this through line that any guy that is attracted to a short woman, especially if they're petite, they're just pedophiles. And it's like, what the? They're that desperate to vilify and undermine these types of things. And with anime, there is a whole thing where
Tell me more.
They depict women of every shape and size in anime. They cater to all, I guess.
God damn, this guy's wired.
Preferences.
What is he talking about? He's so wired.
Let's put it that way. But because anime also has petite characters, adult characters that are on the shorter end, everyone has been.
Shad, these characters aren't adult women who are on the shorter end. Many of these characters are children. And that's the one in your thumbnail. My bad. That's the one in your thumbnail.
Trying to attack is like, that's pedophilia when these are adult characters that are women, right? And then they try and talk about that you can identify age from anime characters. And I'm not sure if they've realized that, I'm sorry, you leftist spurgs, anime peak characters don't look even human. Have a look,
they
anime,
really don't.
Oh my god, why would you bring this up? Why would you bring up... Oh my god, yes. Anime characters aren't photorealistic, but yes, you can use art to depict ages. You can use cues in art to tell how old someone is, and this looks like a child.
The anime aesthetic and look are that they look like freaks. Okay, they don't even look properly human, and so I just typed in anime into a search, right? And
yeah, they don't look human. That's why you can't tell which of these characters is young and which is old. You can't tell. You can't tell that these guys are older than this person or this person. You can't tell. You can't tell that this character is older than this one because they don't look like people.
The common anime aesthetic, not all, but the common is large eyes, okay, small mouths, pointed but wide faces, and pointed nose, right? In actual fact, it is so common that the faces are near identical between the characters. Like look at the Dragon Ball Z characters. Their faces are identical. You just change the hair color.
Oh, tell me you don't understand genre without telling me you don't understand genre. Yeah, every Disney Pixar character looks identical too, bro.
And that's how you change between Goku and Vegeta, all right? And so there is that little level of actual specific individual detail in anime, okay, that there is no way to identify the age of most anime characters by their appearance.
It's okay, guys. I couldn't tell how old she was. I didn't know how old she was. I didn't know that she was a kid. I had no idea.
They all have the same faces, okay? And so to say that all...
Yep, same face. Yep, same face. Yep. Don't believe your lying eyes.
Anime characters look like children is nonsense because they don't even look human. No joke. Where's the one I had?
Holy shit, this is the biggest red flag I've ever seen in my entire life. Guys, I didn't know that this was going to be such a bombshell. And on that bombshell, we are discovering that Shadiversity is intent on defending lolly art. That he is intent on telling us that we cannot tell that the little girls that he likes to jacket to look like little girls.
Previously, this
no,
one.
Now that's not true, Shed. That's not true. If you see a character who looks like they're grizzled and aged and they got one foot in the grave, they're like 31 years old.
Must be, but no joke. Okay, so
yeah, I laugh at it, but it's true, and it does disprove your point completely. Whoops.
Just to prove my point, this is a character that is pretty representative of a standard anime style. That face, if you were to just remove the hair and some of the eyelashes, that's the face of a male character that can be in anime. If you just give the character a male haircut, right?
If you wanted to do like a non-binary character, sure. Shad, wow. You're really outing yourself as I can see why you need AI help for visual art. If you think that this is okay, yeah.
And the point is, this is an anime aesthetic. It's not actually you can't tell age, and you can't even tell that they're human, because take that image that I just had up, right? And then let me show you. I gave it to Grok, and I said, Grok, make this image photorealistic, okay? Don't change the proportions, just make it realistic, okay? And this is what Grok did. Like, this looks like an uncanny valley horror show freak. Like, if you met a person like this, you'd be like,
What the fuck is your point here, Shad? What the hell? What the goddamn hell?
like, it's just,
Like a doll come to, like a little doll come to life to kill you.
life, exactly.
Yeah.
And like, Grok did it. It's like I said, Grok, keep the proportions the
Hey
same.
guys, thanks. The likes on the video increased. So you did it. Thank you. You should have told me you did it. I would have thanked you. Anytime you do anything nice for me, tell me you do it. If you like my video, tell me you do it and I'll thank you personally. I'll jump in there and I'll thank you. I like to thank people. I like to be appreciative.
Just make it realistic. And
it's kind of like when someone these ran around the internet years and years ago. Someone took the Simpsons characters and made them real with
Stop letting this guy talk. He's undermining all of your points.
realistic human skin textures and everything, and it just looked horrific. Germane to the issue, man.
Oh,
You've got a
have you
short
seen-
woman in the chat. Shout out to Watcher the Damned, who is our author R.H. Snow. I met her in Texas. This woman is minuscule. It was hilarious to see, but she is such a wonderful. And another conservative author, indie author, by the way. Guys, go check out R.H. Snow's Watcher the Damned. It's a sci-fi, post-apocalyptic romance western. It's good stuff.
Awesome. But 100%. And so the fact that they try and say all anime characters look like children is like, they don't even look human. Okay, don't even give me. But they're desperate to try and vilify and undermine.
What are you saying, Shad? So we're 11 minutes into this video, and so far what you've said is these characters who people say look like children. Let's ignore the fact that anime is a narrative, and we actually know the age of these characters as well. They are children, but let's instead live in an imaginary reality where they're not children, because you can't tell how old they are, because they're not real humans, because it's images, it's photos, it's drawn pictures. They're not real. You moron.
And
yeah,
and then,
Django,
of course,
I
the
agree.
character
This
ends
is
up being
pretty. This is a
shorter.
bad
It's like,
look.
that's definitely right. And the level of dishonesty to try and attack anime is actually kind of getting pretty extreme, because then they will attack the creators, they will attack fans. This is.
Yeah, I agree, Django. People don't say that all anime characters look like children. They say that childlike characters are often depicted in, let's just say, inappropriate ways. Yeah, and I mean, that's true, and even to go beyond that, it's not just childlike characters depicted in bad ways. In some anime, it is actually children. Made in Abyss is actually written by a PDF. It actually has PDF content in the manga. It is the reason I stopped watching it. It has a great first season. Kevin Penkin, I think, did the soundtrack. Absolutely amazing soundtrack. If you ever want to listen to anything that sounds otherworldly, listen to Hanazave Karadina, or whatever it is. It's a beautiful soundtrack. But after I started to notice how gross it was, I stopped watching it. So, yeah, to deny that this is a problem in anime shows that you are not actually a fan of anime, Shad.
The same type of stuff again. It's in reference to what we've been talking about with my book. My book has a character that has done terrible things, okay? And because I'm a conservative, they use that as means to try and attack me, that somehow I'm messed up because I can write a character that's done evil things.
It's not just a character that's done evil things, Shad. It's a character that you wrote to be explicitly very evil, way more evil than was ever necessary. And then you wrote a story where you redeemed them. Except their redemption was just more right-wing crazy, like murder, and there was nothing actually redemptive about it because your politics got in the way.
All right. And one of the more recent vectors of conversation and attack to try and undermine anime recently has been the discussion around a genuinely interesting anime, okay, that deals with actually dark subject matter and has genuinely flawed characters that have done some terrible, terrible things in the past. But because those characters have done terrible things, it's a point of attack. And they have gone absolutely...
Are we finally about to get a name? Something that we're actually talking about.
Nuts against this anime recently. And what am I talking about? Mashoko
Oh boy,
Tensei.
it is Mashoko Tensei. Oh boy.
Mashoko Tensei.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh boy. Shad, what are you doing? Have you seen this? Have you seen it? I'm gonna guess you haven't seen it.
This has been interesting to see, like just people spurging out about this anime, and I've talked about Mushoku Tensei a number of times because I've watched the whole thing, and there are some legitimately dodgy stuff in it. Okay, but what's interesting about that, the show actually frames it as inappropriate, and the character even as being bad for having these things, but because it's even included in the anime, people are trying to say that this is like promotion of the bad behavior when no, the context is that it's bad. But because
the context isn't that it's bad, Shad. Rudy is reincarnated as a young boy, as a baby. Rudy immediately starts sexually objectifying every female in his life. His mother, his tutor, his cousin, his local friend. He creates like nude busts of them with his magic. He creates grok AI porn of them with magic instead. There's almost never any hesitation from him to engage in like romantic or sexual relationships with these children. That girl in the red hair and the green hair there. The blue hair is one of those secret ancient wizards, but the red hair and the green hair, those are actually children. Those are his actual romance interests. And the protagonist in his previous life was like a 35-year-old incel. So instead of seeing this cute little thing of like this cute little boy and those cute little girls in the background, imagine like a fat, like angry, bitter, slimy 35-year-old incel and those cute girls in the background, and that he's flirting with them. Sure, Rudy does face some consequences at some point for some of his actions, but the narrative doesn't frame it as atrociously as it is.
it even exists. They have flawed, imperfect characters, and the main character is one of them. They have been trying to use this as like some...
And I know you may not be able to pick up context clues, Shad, but the camera and like the framing of the narrative do a lot of work here. The camera is also sexualizing these characters. The camera is on Rudy's side. Camera.
Club to beat over people's heads that if you even like Mushoku Tensei in any way, you're a pedophile and you're vile and evil. And so the context, let me give you a context about this, okay?
I'll say you're not a pedophile. I'll say you're not a PDF if you like Mushoku Tensei. But every PDF probably likes Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah, now, I've only seen season 1 or 2 and a bit of season 3, the first 3 episodes.
You said you watched the whole thing!
The main character, okay, is a loser. And not a loser, is a dirtbag who lived a horrible life. But the thing is, though, the show committed the cardinal sin that he is a loser because of horrible things that happened to him. And it doesn't necessarily do that to excuse his behavior, but to contextualize the character to explain this is the reason why he is the way he is. And so it's a reincarnation.
So what Shad is ultimately arguing here is that given enough context and enough trauma, pedophilia is okay. And you guys are just lunatic lefties for having a problem with that being in very popular fiction. All right, I think I'm going to probably wrap up because I think it's heading into a time where Americans are just not online whatsoever. Nobody else has been joining the chat, unfortunately. Very sad, boo-hoo-hoo. But I've had fun. I've had fun chatting with you guys. Django, Baver Deckham, if you're still here, Bree, thanks for joining in. Thanks, Alex. I'll do more streams at some point. I don't know. I have a kid, so it's hard to organize time to do streams. But if you like streams, I'll do streams. I guess that's pretty much it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Please do subscribe. The channel is still tiny, so every subscription helps. If you have any spare cash, please consider becoming a patron. My financial situation is honestly extremely, extremely very bad. Not to get into it right now. It's improving slowly, very slowly. But yeah, if you've got some spare change and you can skip out on a coffee, I think it's $2 to become a patron. Link is on my profile. So yeah. Thank you all so much. Love you all. Have a good one. Bye. I don't know how to end the stream. Oh, fuck, shit.